Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Kilniath and today we are playing the newly released Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on the Switch. Quick little caveat before I begin, I have the cheapest HDMI to USB adapter in the known universe, so how well this goes is absolutely anybody's guess, but I've fiddled around with the audio latency. Hopefully the audio still comes through. Yeah, I can hear some clicks, so that's fine. So, we'll see how this goes. I'm just excited to play Xenoblade, to be honest with you. And thankfully, it was pre-downloaded. So, turn the Switch on, and there it was waiting. I've been looking forward to this as well. I bought a WiiU just to play this game a couple of years back. And that is a new title screen. That is cool. Looks very nice and sharp. Let's have a look inside. Let's wide up. Remember cursor, rumble, skip mission acceptance prompts. Auto track missions. Choose whether to automatically set new missions to tracked. Seems like a reasonable thing to turn on. Flight module jump controls. Press ZI when grounded to jump, then ZI while airborne or fly. Or just press F. I'll keep it on jump. What the heck is that word? Raisvelg. Raisvelg cruise mode controls. No idea what that is. I'll leave it as is. When I played this game on the Wii U, I haven't finished it. This is the one Xenoblade Chronicles game that I haven't finished. So hopefully I can get around to finishing it this time. Right, this needs changing. X, Y. Y needs changing. That wants to be inverted. Camera responsiveness, we'll leave as much as possible as I think it's WiiU Sawab. I like it, but it's the person who did the Attack on Titan music, and it is amazing. Oh, that'll be for like... Oh, it's Squad left or joined. I thought they said they weren't doing the division stuff on this one. Hopefully they are. I thought that was a cool system. Right, there we go. Let's leave that as that and start a new game. Might be quiet for the cutscene. I will say it's looking very crisp. Those are some nice pixels. Nice pixelated stars. Is this new, or is this the old one? Can't remember if this scene's new. Oh no, this was in the original, yeah. Good old Monolith Soft.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The Coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
I love the crystal field around it where it's dampened the impact. Love this music. Alright, character creation. I'm going to show just how boring I am here. I'm going to be a male, and I am going to maybe swap to that base to start off with. Basically, in a character creator, I tend to roughly create myself. He's got a bit more of a beard. Do I have angry features like him? I don't think I'll that angry. Go with that one. What's this? Is this high? Let's just leave that where it is. Stick with that. Dirty cheese. Long cheese. Stick with it. Confident scars. Right, let's go for short hairs in the house. Short hair. Oh my god, that's Thingy's hair from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Very much. I mean, that picture there looks just like it. Random extra bits of forehead hair. What's that? I'll have a mustache. I'll have a beard. Boots and tips. Let's get it. What do you call that? Hair colour. Go with that. Hopefully I can change the face of it. Now there is a cool reason behind some of these eyes being so weird. Linked to the scam codes, let's get rid of that. Go with them kind of eyes. Go for a nice blue colour. There we go. Haircut. I mean, technically not. I think that kind of is more like the shadow it's actual. Boys, right. We have to, absolutely have to, go with Adam Howard.
Shall we? Sorry, but it was you or us.
Because he's the voice that is in every single Xenoblade game, as far as I'm aware. He's Shulk in the first one, Shulk in the second one, and Shulk in the third one. And I tweak this head up. I didn't want to just hit it. That's what we'll go with. Not the greatest character in the world, but it is an old game. So we will start. Individual recognition attestation. That's an interesting way of saying like attestation. It's like a login.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That'd fill me with anxiety waking up and hearing one of those heartbeat monitors.
Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
I'm in a capsule, I can't stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece.
This is like sharp. No idea what it's like in portable mode.
Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
Wait, those weird sensors on. Xenoblade games always
Your
have
pod
great
is the only
art
one
design.
around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
No, I will just sigh, apparently.
You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
Amen, Dre. It is Gilneath. There we go.
Good, there we go. What else you remember?
I remember how to shake my head.
It'll come.
Good
In
afternoon,
the meantime,
Sky.
I'll
How's it
get you
going?
up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
I would like to move, but I'm in a cutscene at the moment. I can nod or shake my head.
We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon.
I shall.
There you go. All right, let's get going.
Just casually hands me an assault rifle. Mike is getting drowned out a bit by the game audio. That's not surprising. Thank you for letting me know. I haven't changed the volume. So I'm going to reduce this a bit. How's that sounding? Is that sounding any better? I can see it's still peaking up quite a bit actually. Just minus 10. How's minus 10 sound? That looks better in OBS. If you're ever stumped about where to go next, be sure to check any nearby places marked with an exclamation mark. Doing so should reveal the way forward, though an occasional excursion off the beaten path never hurts. You know what they say about all work and no play after all? Oh, even these noises again. Left stick to move. Movement feels a bit flowy. That's a bit weird. Clicking on left stick to toggle ZR to jump. Hey, we've got some nice rumble. That's cool. I don't think the WiiU gamepad had rumble.
Most of the white whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the white whale, do you?
Nope, I can barely remember how to nod my head,
L002,
apparently.
the ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right?
No, it don't look like he does.
Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway.
You should have seen the ship that we landed on. It very much looks like a
It
pioneer
was
ship.
caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed. Ring any bells?
Yeah, this is the one that's just launched today.
Don't feel bad.
It's a remake
It's one
of the
memory I'd
one
like
that
to
originally
forget.
released on the Wii U. So kind of the odd one out of the franchise. This is also the
I
only
know.
one that's
It's
completely
been
open
following me for a
world.
while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but
Oh,
we're
here
going
we
to need
go.
to defend ourselves. You up
Time
to
to
the
start
task?
shooting things. This is the game that this game is why I wanted you to try Xenoblade Chronicles, because this one is very much similar to Phantasy Star in terms of like just the design, the setting, being on an alien planet with hostile creatures and stuff. Initiate combat by targeting an enemy, then drawing your weapon. Now what do you say we give it a whirl? I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to experiment. So it's Xenoblade Chronicles 1's combat system, this one. So we have as auto attacks, and then we get skills. Or arts, as they're called. You have to use an idle to put on cooldown. Here we go. Still got his time.
Shadow strike!
And we can swap with his little dagger.
Assault hammer!
There we go, and he's toppled. And now,
Flame
I think
grenade!
that exclamation is telling us that that's a good move to use after a topple. And we killed a bug.
You're not half bad.
If it's like Xenoblade 1, you probably
There's
get wrecked
plenty of work
immediately.
back in the city for someone who
Every
knows how to
Xenoblade
handle a
game, there are
weapon,
enemies
you
you
know.
should not go up against at the start. Look depressed at the idea of work. You know what? I'm going to choose that because that's accurate.
Hey, I'm not trying to pressure you into anything, alright? It'll be your decision in the end.
Thank you. I could
But
remain
anyway,
jobless.
we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Look depressed at the idea of work too real. Exactly. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is his loot interface. Ooh, a new knife. Take all. Soul voice prompts or instructions, suggestions, or requests that your party members call out in the heat of battle. Successfully responding triggers very useful boons. Yeah, so this is some weird system that I've never quite got the hang of, where your party members will like do a skill or do an art, and then a little speech thing will appear that's a certain colour, and if you then do a skill that's the same colour, it heals everyone somehow, and that's the main way of healing in this one. Yeah, when art's on your palette which match the prompt's colour will be highlighted. If you see an art that's highlighted, you'll succeed in the prompt. You and the prompt's issuer will regain some HP and receive a beneficial effect. And your affinity improves as well. New tip treasures, we won't bother reading that. I have played a fair bit of this game on the Wii U. Nope. Oh, wait, do we not tap? You don't tap to do it anymore, you just hold the button down. That's weird. Oh, I don't like that big R button saying target over stuff. That's a super weird way of healing. It is. I don't think there's any... you can get some actual healing skills though, I think, as well. Yeah, you just keep holding it.
Need to be even stronger.
You might notice I've picked the same voice actor for my character as the main character from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Adam Howden. I can't not when he's available. R plus Y/A appendage. Oh yeah, you can target different body parts, can't you?
No need to get too close. Attack at range.
Target in sight. Shadow strike.
Let's use the knife.
Move in and do some damage.
There we go, so she wants me to do that.
Dream
I
out.
get a prompt.
You never stood a chance.
We got it.
Rank
Let's
up.
move.
Art acquired. I thought he sounded familiar, yep. If there's an option, I'm going to pick him. I'm not sure how I feel about this new loot interface though. Or to be honest, the interface as a whole. I'm so used to how it looked on the Wii U. Can I equip stuff? Ground gear. Oh god, see there's just flat boxes everywhere. This UI is a bit weird. Weapons TP gain rating is a value that broadly indicates how easy it'll be to build up TP. Okay. Alright, proto knife, we'll swap that for... Oh, not high enough level. Oh, they've added a weird, like, colour system. Like, that's a yellow sword and it says unique underneath. Weird. And that needs level 3 as well. Okay, we will stick with the basic stuff.
No need to get too close. Attack at range.
I feel like I'm going to be one of those bloody
Target in sight.
purists. Where I'm like, oh no, the original's better.
Waiting to lash out.
I'm just glad it's on the Switch, to be honest. Stabby, stabby. Oh, a sniper rifle. Don't think I can use them. So you have different classes on this game, seeing as you make your own character, so you can actually pick different classes and get different skills and abilities. So these are level 3 enemies. How do we think we'll fare?
Everyone with me. Melee.
Now it's my turn. Sliding slinger.
Why does that have an exclamation?
Dream edge.
What's happening?
Oh, need flashbang on it.
I can't budge an in. This is bad. I
I
need
should heal
healing.
him first.
Thank you for the heals, Elmer.
Slide. Move in and do some damage.
Now she wants me to go
I've
now.
been
Attack.
waiting to lash out.
Shadow strike.
Flame grenade.
Oh, I think it's because it was staggered. So, because it was staggered, I could have followed up with the other melee attack. Got a straw. Can I start off with a skill?
Assault hammer.
Off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
Probably shouldn't have done though, because now she wants me to use that skill.
Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
Not sure if you want to drop the game audio slightly, it's fine outside of combat, but in combat. Okay.
What's happening?
Let me just set this.
Upper hand.
Minus 20.
I can't move.
There we go. How does that sound?
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Flame grenade! You never stood a chance.
Nice work.
I mean, I'm just using that cheap little HDMI dongle, so it wouldn't surprise me if something was weird.
Get too close. Attack at range.
Target in sight.
Oh, it fatigued me. What's the yellow bar underneath them? All of this UI feels very, very new. Like, I thought this was mainly just going to be a HD upscale. Looks fine, honestly, that's good. I think I need to increase my volume. I can barely hear the game now. There we go, that's better. And I've acquired a new skill and an advanced iron sword. Can I equip that one? In fact, I don't think I can equip swords. Unable to equip with current class, yes. This class can only equip knives and assault rifles. So let's start making some progress rather than farming these little tiny enemies. I mean, these are big enemies. The heck is that? He's got like lumps on his back. We won't harass them, they're sleeping. Let's leave sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, the main thing that was bothering me or worrying me was the latency, because I know there is a bit of a delay to me, because I'm watching the Switch on my actual monitor, but the audio is going through OBS and then it monitors to my headphones so that I can actually hear it. So I know there's a bit of a delay to me, but then I adjusted the offset in OBS, that apparently when you're listening to it, you can't. It doesn't pay attention to the offset, so I kind of kept recording a few videos until it looked about right. I imagine that's why people do the whole like clapperboard thing. Yeah. Very manual process, but hopefully, now that it's set up, it'll be that way for anything on the Switch. It does look very sharp though. I like what they've done. I mean, loads of people are like, oh, it'll be great to see the game in HD.
I need to be even stronger.
I know it was a Wii U game, but it was technically HD.
I'm coming to you.
Engaging.
Because the Wii U was the first HD console Nintendo did. Oh, exclamation mark, what does that do?
Hammer.
Toppled him. Nice.
Move in and do some
I've
damage.
been waiting to lash out.
There we go, we're chaining stuff together now that we've got some skills.
Nice work.
Swap back to ranged. Start off with that.
Get too close. Attack at range.
Target in sight.
Got an exclamation mark is because it's from the side.
Destroyed. Move in and strike.
Ah, so like Xenoblade 1,
Waiting to lash out.
I get a boost if I'm behind him.
Flame grenade. You never stood a
And versus toppled targets, that boosts damage. Nice. We are getting the hang of it. It's weird having a mini-map on this one. I'm so used to looking down at the Wii U gamepad instead. Here we are. Now the weather should hopefully change. Be a bit less miserable. I'm just imagining a da 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 da.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
Here we go. Epic music. Yep, original had the map on the gamepad. My thoughts exactly. It's Jurassic Park. Xenoblade inspired Monster Hunter Wilds weather. And the coolest thing about this particular Xenoblade is you can literally go anywhere. It's all one big open world.
Wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
Yeah, in this universe, we don't just hunt everything and peel off its skin to wear. We do actually want to coexist with them. I have noticed the game is dropping frames, like the actual game itself, on my monitor. I love the soundtrack to this game. But the fashion! There is a strong fashion game to this game as well. And I think in this definitive edition they've made it so that if you find a piece of fashion armour, you can just layer it whenever, rather than needing to actually equip it.
But it's our new home.
Anyone who does know the soundtrack to this game, we are indeed lost on a different planet.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed.
The United States.
Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking.
Yeah, I love how this game actually points out you could go down there if you really wanted to,
Whichever way you want to go,
but the enemies
I'll
are a
follow
lot
you.
higher level than you
You
are.
decide.
Some enemies will attack as soon as they detect you. Non-aggressive, no icon, will not attack unless you attack it. Visual, so if they see us, they will attack us. And auditory will attack if we get too close. Auto run R and B. R and up launch aerial cam. Oh yeah, this was a thing on the original. I just forgot about it because I've never used it. But we have a drone. Can't believe how similar Alio and NGS looks to this area. Well, when a company makes a really good open world, who do you think they're going to copy? Monolith are just amazing at open worlds. That's why Nintendo basically took them on to make Breath of the Wild possible. That's the White Whale's habitat unit there to the east. If you keep proceeding along the cliff top, you should be able to reach it without much difficulty. If you fall off the cliff, don't panic, just head east until you reach the habitat and try not to engage any powerful enemies. What I would like to, those are non-hostile, I would like to go to this trailer and get some loot. 2,000 credits and a prototype scouter. Isn't that the thing you use to detect people's power levels if they're over 9,000? I don't know Dragon Ball, I just know that. Who doesn't know that, in all fairness? Oh, I love this music. It's so fucking good. I barely know Dragon Ball either. Yeah. Alright, let's start off with a skill from the side. There we go.
Early bird. Now it's my turn.
And do that. There we go, he's toppled, now we can flame him. Chrome Armor gives physical res up, might as well cast that on me then, seems I'm the weakest.
Moving and strike. Waiting to lash out. I'm being pushed back. This is bad. I need healing.
Rank up. An appetizing Soodale. We'll leave that one. That one's not aggressive. Yeah, it's a level 6 down there, so we don't want to go harass the high level ones. We will harass this because he is apparently an angry boy.
No messing around. Moving
Now it's my turn.
Assault hammer. Shoot now. Overwhelm them. That did the trick.
There we go.
Clean up.
He lost a lot of health then. Nice. I still don't like that R target thing. Can I turn that off? Let's have a look in settings. Settings. Visual. Field UI. Minimap. Weather and time. System log. Information. Control guide. Battle UI. Enemy targeting all enemies. Choose whether to restrict target cycling to enemies already. No, it's not that. Icon display. No, marker display. Don't think it's these. Maybe I can't turn that off. Menu control guides. Is it maybe that? Let's turn that off, see if it changes anything. No, it still says R target. And the funny thing is you can still press L to target. So why it says R target, I don't know. Oh, music's about to build. Such a cool sound, this game.
Right, let's do this.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. Shadow strike.
Fire! That did the trick. Now close it.
Oh no, Mommy's after us as well.
Switch to close range combat.
That did the trick. Now close it and clean up.
Upper hand.
Yeah, the music is by, I think it's Hironuki Sawano, the person who did the Attack on Titan soundtrack. And it's because he did the Attack on Titan soundtrack that they asked him to do this game. And I think he came back to do some additional stuff for this one as well, the re-release.
That put a dent in him. Move in and
Yep,
keep the rhythm
it is
going.
Sawano. Or Sawano, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct.
And do some damage.
And it's got lyrics as well, which is just... I found it cheesy at first, but I like it now. Ooh, it did reset the background noise. I remember somebody mentioning on Reddit, like, when you go into combat and then leave combat, it starts the song again, whereas on the Wii U original, it just carried on from where it left off. Oh, I'm starting to feel conflicted on this. Pretty much everything Sawano touches turns to gold, yeah? I've listened to a bunch of his stuff, because I love the Attack on Titan soundtrack so much, I just, like, Googled... I went on YouTube and looked at a bunch of his other stuff, and it was just awesome. Japanese composers just seem to have a level of... I don't know whether it's like the experiment with the music, like different instruments, different inspirations and such, and come up with such really cool tracks. I think that resonates with me because, like, when I make music, like the startup screen stuff or the stuff that I sent you before, Sky, I just fiddle and experiment and make stuff that I think sounds alright. I think we should be able to gather from this truck, because in the original game you needed You needed different skills to gather from different things, and I think they've removed that, I think they said. Yeah.
Feel the power!
Oh. Leveled up from gathering. Always good when you do that. I think my favourite Serrano song is Allies. Oh, yeah, I think it's pronounced Allies. I think I have heard that one. Can't remember it, but I do know. I looked at like a playlist of like the top Serrano songs, and I recognise the name. You know who else I love? I love the person who did. I love Lisa, L lowercase I capital S capital A. She does loads of like anime intros, particularly around Sword Art Online and stuff, and the music they produce is just amazing as well. Oh. It's a big monkey that's snoring up there. I knew I could see something. At least it tells you the level in big text. Level 21. Red. Do not approach. Will die. How hard can it be? Yeah, I think I'm level 4, so it could be quite difficult. We do have a level 3 angry one here though, so we will start on this one.
Right, let's do this.
Engaging. Lay down some fire. Fire!
There we go, we're doing his soul voices.
Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
I've been waiting to lash out.
Oh, I failed that one.
Got it! Now
Perfect,
jump on
that's
top
better.
of them.
I love how it comes up saying failed. I'm just imagining the PSO voice now. Fail.
That could have dented. Move in and keep the rhythm
Sharper than
going.
ever.
So how do we attack? No. I am being pushed back. How do we target different things? Keep. Oh, oh. I'm trying to figure out how to do stuff. I think it was keep hold of R and Y and A to target body parts. One survival specs. That is a helmet or something, isn't it? Can I equip anything yet? I should be able to equip the new stuff. Advanced iron knife. There we go. Ooh, we've got icons. Tells us we're going to get increased attack, increased stability, which is damage variance between attacks. And it's 0 out of 5 upgrades. There we go. Can we get a new gun? Yep. TP gain is lesser, but increased attack. Where's the type? I'm sure there's different types. What does that look like? I think that's still physical. One survival specs. Prototype Scouter. That's got bad gravity resistance, but better everything else. We'll go with that. Just steal Elmer's bodywear and put that on me. Yep, it's got damage variance, yep. Prototype bodywear. That looks a bit more armoured. Yeah, gravity resistance. I'm pretty sure on this game I won't encounter it for a while, but the heavier armour you put on, which obviously increases your physical resistance and other stuff, because it's heavier, it does weigh you down, so your gravity resistance suffers as a result. Prototype boots. There we go, let's stick them on. Oh, there's an auto option as well, actually. That wasn't in the original game, I'm pretty sure. Auto set. Click that. So that's going to do what? Wait, cancel. Power rating 218, power rating 218. I'm confused what it's doing. Because it's equipping the iron knife instead of the advanced one. Okay, let's not auto set stuff. Let's trust our own ability to dress ourselves. Let's get to town. And then we'll start getting actual story and stuff. Pretty sure there's a boss fight here, if memory serves.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it?
Most things do.
And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Big scary wolf creature.
Rexes. And they're riled.
Watch me die during this boss fight. Just because I haven't
Can't leave them
done
roaming.
any grinding.
Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Oh, woo. Wolf dinosaurs. Weapons you use on foot are split between melee and range. You can switch with X. Melee can only attack at close range. Kinda makes sense, unless you want to throw your sword at them. Tend to do more damage per hit. Ranged weapons can attack at range, surprise surprise. Tend to hit multiple times, but damage per hit tends to be lower. When you use an art, you'll automatically switch over to the weapon that the art is associated with. Yeah, so you've always got a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, and when you pick a skill that is linked to, say, a ranged weapon, it'll just instantly swap you. Ooh. Attributes are associated with the weapon you're currently wielding will continue their cooldown even after they're ready to use. This is called a secondary cooldown. Arts used at full secondary cooldown have a greatly increased effect. Yeah, ranged weapons can attack at range. Thanks, game. Thanks for clarifying that.
They're off guard. Stagger them with
Oh, it looks like I've got a crossbow. Or a, you could say a bow gun.
That did the trick. Now close it.
I wasn't quick enough. Got a new skill there, though. What's this do?
through on any front.
Inflicts taunt to draw the target's attacks.
Now, melee attacks.
Infuriate.
There we go. I've drawn him.
Chrome
Armour myself.
That could have dampened them. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
I feel
There we
sharper than
go.
ever.
Soul shout out thing. I forgot what they called already.
Now it's my turn. Attempted to destroy.
Oh, that's a big
Move in
one.
and strike. Early bird.
Sweat edge. That did the trick. Now close in and clean up.
Oh, his tail got chopped off. Oh yeah, you can break body parts on this one. You know, like a certain large monster hunting game. There we go. We have defended the front gate. Remaining LBG
It's a
now.
shame
Yeah.
we settle near so much wildlife.
There's some really cool classes on this game. I think there's one where you get like a
Luckily, some species
laser
aren't so
sword
hostile, but they aren't
and
necessarily friendly either.
sniper rifles.
I've come to learn that there's
And
a
you can
fine
get rocket
line between
launchers.
self-defense
And shields. You can
provoking
throw
a
shields
fight.
Captain America style.
We need to walk that line.
Nod.
All right.
I think
let's
there is a
head.
lot of main character nodding in this
Who
game
knows?
because you can
Maybe seeing the
because you can
inside will jog
customize them.
your
They just
memory.
nod along with everything. Woo! A sleeve. Ah, the silent protagonist. Yeah, apart from in battle when it's the main character from Xenoblade 1. Yeah, so you can actually equip different left arm and right arms on this, which is cool. I love games that let you really customize your equipment and stuff. Like, one of the reasons I love Morrowind so much is you can have, like, clothes, then on top of that armor, including shoulders, gauntlets, arms, legs, feet, and then on top of all of that, you can have a robe as well, just hiding your armor under a robe. You'd be very warm, but apply some enchantments to everything and you're rocking on Morrowind. I love the crystal thing. Like, I don't know if it's explained yet, but when the ship crash landed, it used a gel to dampen the impact of it crash landing, and then it turned into crystal from the impact, which is really cool. We are about to head into... I don't know whether I should say the name. Is it spoilers? The game has been out for forever. It says United States on the side of the ship. It'll tell us anyway. I'll leave the cutscene to do the talking. They've always been decent for elevators on Xenoblade games as well. Like, Bethesda refuse to put actual working elevators in the games because they just can't program them. And even when they try, they have NPCs falling through them all the time. Oh, here we go. This music. You can tell the Sawano in this one. Yep, straight away.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh?
I don't know, the camera ain't
For a
panned round
giant
yet.
beach spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now.
Those strings.
We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles.
There we go.
Welcome to NLA.
New Los Angeles.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may.
This intro is so good. Just
Mira
feels so
lives
epic.
our beautiful lie to ourselves.
Shinra building, yeah.
Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown.
That's the Blade headquarters. Which, interesting, you equip blades on Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us.
And that is an important timer up there, or an
We
important
knew that we had to
percentage.
keep living in order to see it.
Here we go, epic zoom out. The coolest thing is the fact that the city actually like changes a bit as the storyline progresses and gets a bit more built up. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive. I felt like I had to do that. It's lingering. That was a good impression of the Resident Evil 4 intro, if I do say so myself. Save progress, yes. Save screen will close. That is fine. Great way to spend your lunch break. Hey up, Ellie JP, how's it going?
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
Refresh my memory, have I been here before?
Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Get my own house and everything. And I told them that I didn't want to work. I'm not going to elaborate on that comment. Love the design of this city.
Los Angeles. Good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I want
Yeah, free housing in this economy.
I am truly delighted to share.
It's close to home, doesn't it?
Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our
That's
ranks as
new.
citizens of NLA,
I'm pretty sure that
bringing with them skills
like screen up there with him on
that
it
will
wasn't on the original.
survive and indeed flourish here in
That does feel very President Shinra though, doesn't it?
This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts
Director General? Since when?
for the rescue and recovery
No, he's changed his
2 days ago,
title.
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
Are we sure this isn't
Rena?
Shinra?
Gwyn,
Well, again, I have never actually
Nice work
finished
out
this
there,
game, so I
man.
don't know. I know there are lots of twists and stuff, and they've tweaked and changed the storyline they said, and added a whole new episode in the definitive edition at the end. So who knows? Anything could happen at this point. I can show interest, or wonder why they call Elma Ma'am. I'll be polite. I'll show interest.
Right.
She can be a ma'am.
Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
Gwyn's face looks weird. I'm so used to how he looked in
I
the
only
original
found
game.
a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech.
Oh, it's all
Still,
lies.
every last survivor counts.
Only one survivor, not 10.
You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
I'll stick with Gwyn. Thanks. Nod.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together, specifically the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
I love how he just looks
well,
away.
I remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
I like their outfits.
We should be
Pretty sure I
going
used
too.
to
The
have
administrative
some
district
equipment
isn't
like
far.
that.
That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Nod. It's like those penguins, just smile and wave. Just keep a blank expression and nod. Here we go, new LA music. Got some rap vibes going. I don't like rap, but when it's Sawano rap, it's alright. Man, this guy isn't very talkative. Yep. My cat characters react like me in real life. Tilts head slightly to the side. Hmm? I think some characters react like that in some games. My character's just looking around like, where the heck are we going? And that is a Skell, which are the mechs in this game, which you can pilot quite a bit further on. But it doesn't look to be flying very well. I feel like we need a mayday, mayday. Boom. Look at the hair clip, look at the hair clip. She has the Monado from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 as a hair clip. Cool little Easter egg. She does. She definitely needs to learn how to drive. I think she's like 12 years old or something ridiculous like that as well. And she's allowed to drive and she's the mechanic behind all the skells.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
For some reason, I always imagine he's the "Hey Peter" voice actor from Family Guy. It's not, I don't think.
Oh man,
But he has the same vibes.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's?
Yes, I am a you-know-who.
Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Look skeptical, which says find out how old Lynn is, or look worried, find out what happened with the exhaust. I'll stick with the exhaust, thanks.
Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn.
Xenoblade in the
Look,
Marvel
I know
unit
what you're
confirmed.
thinking.
You
But
can
believe
equip a
me,
shield as a
young
weapon
as
and
she may
throw it.
look, and yes, she is young. She's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, stranger. How old are you? Not
Anyway,
awkward in the
you guys
slightest.
heading
It's
back to
just
the barracks?
a weird first
Yeah.
conversation to
Why
have.
do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
I mean, we already had a camera pan
Alright,
out.
Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it. Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Poor Doug. Changing party members. You can change your active party composition from the main menu active members. There you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party or swap them around. Please note that there are times when you will not be able to change party members. Ooh, and I think this is new actually, being able to do it from a menu. In the original game you had to walk up to them in the street and add them to your party. So we can add Lynn. You can also control the other characters as well, so you can play as them, if you don't fancy playing as the character you made yourself.
Hey,
My little brother just joined the Prospectors. He's been a civilian until now, so I'm worried about whether he'll be able to handle all the duties of a Blade. It is actually worthwhile talking to NPCs or listening to people with speech bubbles. Especially like these ones, I think. I don't think right now it'll matter, but they do tell you stuff that leads to... Pardon me. They'll tell you stuff that lead to like side quests and stuff like that. Ask Roscoe about the Curators division.
listen to this.
Even merely maintaining our current front line requires ludicrous amounts of money and materials. Oh, I love that music when it kicks in. It was difficult enough on Earth, but supporting a military on a planet like this requires resources on a whole other scale. Which means we Curators need to secure sufficient resources here on Mira to fuel Blade's military activities. Otherwise, it will be impossible to sustain offensives against our new enemies, search for the Lifehold, or continue countless other Blade projects. It's not the most glamorous line of work, but when I came to understand how important it was to the continuance of Blade, I knew I had to join up. Yeah, so there's different... I mean, I think the game's about to tell us anyway, but there's different divisions within Blade. And in the original game, you picked one, and then it connected multiplayer, and when you did stuff out in the world, you would be contributing to your division's like team points, and those would allow you to trade for items or unlock multiplayer quests and stuff like that. They did say they were tweaking some of the multiplayer stuff, so I'm not sure how it works in this version. Be cool to see though. And people were still playing the Wii U version multiplayer up until Nintendo shut all the servers down, which I think was only last year or so. Nice boxy transport ship. I love angular vehicles.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks.
Hey up,
There's still
Vector.
so much to be done.
Just came on stream before going to bed. No worries. Hope you have a decent sleep.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it.
Hi, Vector. Bye, Vector.
New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district.
Or as I like to call it, the Starbucks
Restaurants,
district,
galleries,
since there's just
cafes,
cafes everywhere.
Groceries, you name it. It's a veritable
Problem with streams when it's my
shopping
bedtime. Well, I did start this one a bit
CBD is the
earlier.
closest thing to a downtown
This was
without-
very much a case of
It
this
actually
game
gets
just
crowded
released today,
sometimes.
I am playing it, and I might as well stream it.
Anyway, day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet.
LJP currently at work. Oh,
To your right, the
hopefully your work day goes well.
housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart
The
of
Shinra
LA.
Tower.
Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
It's fine, a little awkward as they're not aware of me transitioning yet. Hard because our
We'll
fitters
save
are
the rest
proper
of
lads, so I
orientation
made.
for once we're
Yeah,
back at the
I can
barracks.
understand that if they are stereotypical lads. That makes sense. Hopefully, though, it just gets easier as time goes on. Look at those little tiny helicopters. Diddy little things.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report.
Yeah, report.
They'll be eager to
Nods
hear the
profusely,
details on how I
does
found
not
you, I'm
speak.
sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting.
When was this originally released? Oof,
The
now you're
barracks
asking me a
are
question.
pretty close, actually.
I do
They're
have
set
the
up
disc
just
behind me.
the giant blade tower here.
That's
That
the
road there wraps
original
around the left
version for
side
the
and
Wii
leads
U.
right to it.
Says
We'll pass through
copyright
Armory Alley, but let's not
2015.
get sidetracked, okay?
Interesting, that
We can
feels
check it
more
out
recent.
later.
But yeah, it was originally a Wii U game, this. It was one of the last few holdouts of the Wii U that hadn't been ported to the Switch yet. And now it has. And I am very happy. R plus D-pad down, adjust minimap zoom. Okay, that's cool. Still weird having a minimap. Like I say, the original was on the Wii U, so you would have the map on the Wii U gamepad, so you'd be looking at the screen then looking down. It did have some touchscreen elements as well, because later on in the game you can place these towers out and about, and you can make them mining towers or credit generating towers and stuff like that. So you do all of that from the Wii U's gamepad. So I wonder how that's transitioned to traditional, you know, controller stuff. Not long for a remaster. No, it isn't. But it's the only Xenoblade Chronicles game that wasn't on the Switch, so it just made so much sense.
I can feel the power!
Leveled up. There we go, got a mining probe. So I'll be able to use that later. This is Armory Alley, where all the shops and stuff live. Ask Regina about her shop.
Well,
We sell strange and unusual stuff my husband picks up on the job. He's a pathfinder, so he's always finding crazy space junk and whatnot. I don't have anything to show you right now, unfortunately, but check back later. He should be back in a little while with a new haul that'll blow your battle socks clean off. Wow, sounds awesome. At least it gets a remaster. I'm looking at you, PSO. Yep. Really need to dig my Switch out and get on with Metroid Prime. I was umming and ahhing about the Metroid Prime remaster because I've got all of the Metroid Prime games on GameCube and the Wii version. In fact, I think I've got the Metroid Prime trilogy as a digital thing on my actual Wii U. So as much as it looks nicer, I like the original games. I don't think I need to spend 30 quid on a remaster.
Working hard?
Ask Fritz about the residents of NLA.
Huh.
The city's economy has finally sprung to life and customers are swarming to Armory Alley. Must admit I worried about our future when we were attacked by an unknown enemy and had to crash land on this dangerous world. But humans are tenacious creatures, it's hard not to appreciate that when you see the level of energy on display here. But I'd rather be a part of this than a mere observer, so I'd better get to work. Sorry, just chatting with you. Play so good. As far as remasters go, it's been done really well. Yeah, I have looked at gameplay, and I mean, it's impressive what they pulled off with the Switch, like with the whole rain droplets falling on Samus's arm cannon. Is it just called an arm cannon? There might be a fancier name for it. But I remember someone showing the rain drops on her arm cannon, and as you tilt it up, like if you start aiming up, the water, like it slides down her cannon, which is just so cool for a Switch game.
hey,
Any blade can use the terminal there to purchase new weapons and protective wear.
what?
Ask Vera for her opinion on xenoforms.
Well,
After the horrible... I love that. Well, actually, after the horrible fate that befell Earth, some humans have come to resent all xenoforms. But as a scientist, I am always eager to explore to see examples of life forms who acquired intelligence through a different evolutionary path. From what I understand, they found ruins throughout the planet that suggest intelligent life existed here previously. I always relish opportunities to encounter the unknown. What about you? Nod. That's all I can respond. So this is a shop terminal, which we cannot use now. That's where we can get equipment and stuff later on. And this is the ARM manufacturer terminal, so you get resources and money, and you can actually invest in the various ARM manufacturers, which unlock different tiers of weapons and such. Again, really cool systems on this game. Especially since it's kind of got the DNA of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 that just went in its own direction. Stonks. Yes, exactly, stonks. Any other differences for the Xenoblade remaster? There's quite a few I'm noticing, because I only played the original, like, I think I got it a couple of years back.
Here we are, the Blade Barracks.
I mean, graphically, everything's a bit sharper.
Until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and
Panic.
go as you please.
Ask about registration, frown and say nothing. I mean, that would be on point with what our character's been doing. But I'll be polite and ask about registration. With a nod.
I can answer that one.
There he is.
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Big boss.
Secretary Nagi.
That's his name.
Miss Ku,
See, I didn't have to remember, she just said it.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight?
Dude looks like he's had a rough shift.
No, nothing to worry about.
Good.
You can actually play as him as well. You can get him in your party and then
More
swap
important,
control to him.
Wilma, you found another one.
Needs to be more careful shaving.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
yes. of
Yeah,
course.
apologies if a fair bit of the stream is
You must
cutscenes,
be
but
weary from the stasis and your journey
it's
back
the
to
game.
us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
I wonder if we're going to meet the other important character here. Can't quite remember. Coming to Switch 2, Cutscene Simulator 2026. I mean, there are large chunks of this game where it does just take off the hand-holding and you just go and figure stuff out. So I can't fault it too much for, you know, giving us exposition at the start.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as
Interesting
captain of the
first
White
name.
Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters
Disturbing
fall
the
under my
peace.
jurisdiction.
Drac mentioned
He's
that yesterday and
also
it
a
immediately
superior
came
officer.
into my head.
And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision.
I'm pretty sure they don't give it a lot of
He seems
time.
to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss.
He only knows how to nod.
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months?
I know a Japanese
Shouldn't
guitar
take
player
very
called
long to get
Gentaro.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
I can inquire, clarify, or question. So ask how we ended up on Mira, ask for more information about Blade, or ask about registration. Pretty sure you have to do all three.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth.
Started at the end.
The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown
Okay.
away.
Indeed, it ended
I still
at the
wonder
start.
if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project
Yeah,
Exodus
just checking in. That makes me
and no
more
escape
nervous.
for any of us. Did it go perfectly?
Palmer, no.
We are here, and we are
Yeah,
alone.
this is basically the
We
continuation of Phantasy Star 2. This is what happened afterwards.
So yes, Project Exodus.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Kate is my
Once
girlfriend.
we
That's
learned
why
the
she's
Earth
popped
might
up
be
in
threatened,
chat.
We needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Project Exodus, which is mentioned at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So
Those
I
of
don't
us
care
who
what anybody
escaped from the
says,
White
they are
Whale
all
spent over
connected.
2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take.
So you look at that ship, tell me that isn't a pioneer
But the
ship.
decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed.
Yeah,
For better
it is
and
almost
for
like they
worse,
played PSO.
We were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power.
Yeah,
we
not
had
qu-
left
not
to
quite
soft
Vector,
land the
but,
habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Ask for more information about Blade.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting.
That is a cool acronym.
It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels.
And this is why it makes
But
me
of
nervous
course,
when you
all
join
that
chat.
changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own.
Yes. Kate came in yesterday and was like, I need to organise
The
all
idea
that
was to
side
have one
there and move
central
all these things
organization
around and
with
everything.
different disciplines to fill these various roles.
So you can thank Kate for the set dressing.
The core was pulled from the coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty.
Yeah. Hashtag pro
Right
streamer.
now we have a single
Day
top
3.
priority that supersedes all others. The search for and
Speed running
recovery
pro
of
streamer any
the
percent.
life
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis, all housed in a structure called the Life Hold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers, and of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary.
Thanks,
But the
Vector.
vast majority were in the Life Hold. Are in the Life Hold. With any luck, they're all
No,
still
is the
there
dog
in
whining?
stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Life Hold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know.
Yeah, it's not really comforting knowing that the
Well,
life
its top
hold that
priority
contains
now is
all of
locating
civilization has
missing
broken
units.
into pieces and scattered around the planet. Ask about registration. See, told you they're not going to give me long to make a decision.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We
Name
also ask you to
unknown,
report any
age
personal
unknown,
assets, take a
occupation
short survey
jobless.
regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival,
Yeah, the dog has
all have
discovered that he
certain
can actually jump on my lap whilst I'm sat
And
here
hey,
in this chair,
It's not all bad.
which is not good for my
Registering gets you
desk or
access to all
anything
kinds
on
of
it.
public services.
in any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air?
He's tired of hearing
Perhaps a
himself
tour of the
speak.
administrative district.
Yes, sir.
Oh, look,
Come on,
another tour.
We'll keep this briefing brief.
Take a guided tour of the Blade Administrative District with Lynn and Elmer and learn more about life as a member of Blade. We get a whole 20 experience for doing this. I love the chill barracks music. Just a nice bit of jazzy guitar. Let's go. I'm pretty sure you can also, yeah, customization center. Ah. I say all these things that I know about, but it doesn't let me do them yet. But I'm pretty sure you can customize in here. You can change the logos and the colors and the lighting and stuff. And there's an area through here where, as you progress in the game, you can get little holograms of various enemies or bosses and stuff. Again, just really weird, cool things for a Xenoblade game. $5,000 for a being shown round. Where do I sign up? Yeah. Sounds like an ideal employment. It's like, would you like to work for us? We'll pay you $5,000 just to show you round and have a look, and then you can decide. Or would that be considered bribery?
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
I'm basically not a civilian.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
get a load of that skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah.
Oh,
work
and
it,
the
baby.
skells are also transformers. So they can transform into vehicle mode like that one passing there. Ask what a skell is, or geek out. Gaze longingly at the skell. Yeah, go on then.
Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them.
Geek out.
Lasers, the force field.
Just got some
the
unwelcome
bipedal
news. The
and
clinic I've been
vehicular
assigned to has only
transformations.
just started seeing people
You ever
from
had that tree where you're
2019.
inside one and it's
Life
just
it.
transforming over and over and
That's the
over?
problem with like everything medical for the most part.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fan fiction. Hold on,
Skell
I'll
fan
just pull it up
fiction.
here, 1 sec.
Oh dear. Lynn, put your phone away.
Right.
She kind of reminds me of someone from PSO. Yeah, there are some similar personalities for sure.
Skells were developed as a defense.
This is why I wanted Sky to play some
Potential
Xenoblade,
alien
because
threats.
I knew this was coming to Switch.
It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far so fast without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that
I would
simple.
love you to get me into a Skell as well.
Duh. For one thing, only
But we
blades
have
are
to
allowed
get to
call it
chapter
skells. Even
6,
then,
I think.
you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons.
I have to get back to work.
And
If I get a few
precious
moments, I'll try
resource.
pop in and out.
We
No
only have
worries.
so many
I
of them to
hope
go
work
around.
goes well for you.
So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple.
Everyone playing this game,
Not the other way around.
seeing the
You can't
big
just
mech
walk
on
in
the
the front
front,
door and volunteer.
where do I sign up for the test?
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a blade and work hard, I'm
Here
sure
it
it'll only
comes.
be a matter of time
Here's the
before
peer
they tap you on the
pressure.
shoulder.
You want a big mech? Join
Speaking
Blade.
of work,
Join
that
Blade. You
reminds
must
me.
join Blade to get a mech.
Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
So this is another cool system. This mission control board gives, I'm pretty sure they're like randomly generated missions. So it'll be like go and kill, I mean they are kind of fetch quests. It's like go here and collect this, or go kill X amount of this enemy. But they give really cool rewards, and it's, instead of it being like the actual side quests that have a bit of story attached, it's just ways of getting more income and stuff. I wasn't going to sign up, but the mechs
So
though.
this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments.
Quest counter in
Everyone
my
comes here
Xenoblade
and
game.
selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the
Morgana
scout
looks good
console
there
is
with the
for.
black background.
We should show
Yeah,
you that next.
tis visible.
Hey,
Visible
who's giving this
Morgana
tour anyway?
in the best colour.
We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo.
Oh yeah.
And, Elma
So people
just
can
said
actually
that,
post
didn't
their
she?
characters to the mission board, and you can download them as NPCs.
Hey.
So if you're doing a question you don't want the actual story NPCs, you can use like random other players NPCs as well. And you do get rewards for doing that. Kind of like the pawn system in Dragon's Dogma. Is the Morgana lit up? Yeah, it's just a... I can't figure out where to point, but it's just like a PVC transparent plastic thing of Morgana with an LED at the bottom, and you can cycle through colours, but I just leave it on green, because green is the
You'll
best.
quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to
I'll leave it on all night
night
because it's a pain to turn off and cycle through the colours
Can't
again.
spell blade without team.
I remember someone made a Gigachag of
Anyway,
Pikachu
awesome,
on Dragon's
right?
Dogma.
So, you ready to join up?
That sounds amazing.
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy. would
Beats
you?
my YouTube sign. Does it though?
I'm just saying.
Yours kind of
you're
makes you
some kind of an
official.
idiot
This,
not
this is
wanting
my
to join Blade.
amateurish attempt.
Crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
She is. She is pressuring the
Apology
guest.
accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Yeah, so all the stuff I pointed out on the way here, we are now getting pointed out by the game.
Hey,
Alright people, remember that each of us bears the weight of humanity's very existence upon our shoulders.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
blades can requisition
Yeah,
equipment
no pressure.
from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends.
The Zelda
It's a matter of
sword.
survival.
Do you mean the Master
True
Sword?
enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and
Hashtag
weapons, what we
real
call
gamer.
ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
Wait, you've played Breath of the Wild, you should know it's called the Master
Can you
Sword.
imagine owning your own skell?
Yeah, the Zelda sword.
Huh? Oh, right, the door. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Shinra Tower. Can we use the shop terminal now? No. We are not allowed to buy things.
Hey,
Cease capitalism. To be fair, I'd call it the Zelda sword as well. Yeah, but you said... I don't think you've played any Zelda games, have you? So you've got an excuse. Kate doesn't. She has played Breath of the Wild. Get to ride cute horses. Yeah, where the priorities lay inside games. A sword made out of Zelda.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
Commander
The
Vandam.
government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
I mean, it's hard to forget. It's a
And
big,
that about
massive
does it for
tower.
our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
More
Okay,
pressure.
Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression. But
The
your
Legend of
decision
Link
can be
and
just
Super
that,
Samus.
your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Breath of the Wild is the only one I've played, so I feel like Zelda Sword is the correct term. It still does call it the Master Sword, though. There we go, we get us $5,000. $5,000 for a tour. You've just woken up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused about anything, you can check the tips. Bet you'll find some useful info there that'll be relevant to your situation. Treat them as your basic textbooks for surviving on Mira. I will save my progress. There we go. Oh, there's a thing. I can see it on the minimap. Now this box, I know for a fact, oh, it does have a lock above it. I was going to say I didn't unlock this till like a lot later in the game. You must learn the mechanical field skill, yeah. Pretty sure it needed mechanical level 5 on the original game, but they said they were going to like rework a bunch of the skills, so it might just be a case of you unlock a single skill to unlock these. I don't like Zelda as a person, she just steals Link's house in Breath of the Wild too. She does, to be fair. You get that nice little house in Hateno village and then you go around to Tears of the Kingdom and find out that Zelda's just moved in. Pretty sure you have to buy that house as well in Breath of the Wild.
yeah?
Exploring an uncharted planet is no easy task. For the sake of efficiency, it's important that each division performs its own assigned duty. Ooh, what's this? Show navigation. Oh, this is just the quest indicator and material tracking. That's new. I mean, if they've made gathering easier on this game, thank fuck for that. The original game, if it told you to gather stuff, it was literally just running around in the field picking up anything you find and hoping you get the right items.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
It's not even his girlfriend, Mipha is his wife. Yep, Mipha is basically Link's
You
wife.
probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Is it though?
Of course.
Is it voluntary?
And I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Look into Nagi's eyes and nod firmly, shrug my shoulders and shake my head. I want to see what happens if I refuse.
Ms. Ku, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like from the white whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis forever.
This sounds like blackmail.
So did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
All part of the guilt trip.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think he's
What
butthurt,
will it
yep.
be, friend?
Brilliant. Didn't Link marry Princess Ruto in Ocarina of Time? Yep, in Ocarina of Time.
I knew you'd make the right choice.
And then he marries another Zora in Breath of the
Welcome
Wild.
to the organization.
But it's a different Link in a different
Elma, you can start
universe.
on your team.
However
Begin
the Zelda
training with
timeline
you.
works.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right.
Well, looks like we're a
Welcome to
blade.
the Cool Kids Club.
They mention all that about giving us a choice and making sure we're not coerced, and then they coerce us into it.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation. Just to
Here
get
we
your
go.
feet wet.
Probe
I
installation.
guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across mirrors.
Princess Ruto does have
Network of
N64
data probes that
graphics.
allows us to monitor
Probably because she's
systems
in an
and collect all
N64
kinds of
game.
information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA. and
We've still got the
surrounding
hexagons.
land. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most
The
efficient
music is
path
so good.
in the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general
feel like you need to make
locations
some
of living
custom
things in the
stickers.
vicinity, which
Stickers?
comes in handy if we
Question
need to
mark.
track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
We shall.
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
Calm down, Lynn. We don't want to install the hell out of it. The emoji thing is 10 grand for installing a probe. Nice. Yeah, I don't know whether I can do custom emoji and stuff, but bearing in mind, you know I am not in any way creative or a designer, so how that is going to come about, if it ever comes about, I do not know. Needs a moose one, yeah, get an emote of the dog. I'm pretty sure every streamer I follow has an emote of their pets.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west.
Deployable has Salem stickers,
Hold on.
Salem emotes.
Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigen activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business.
Could be wrong, but I think you get access to them at affiliate level, though Twitch might be changing that possibly. I think it is affiliate level, yeah. I was fiddling around in the interface yesterday and I was looking at the channel points, and that's also something that you need a higher level for. Well, it definitely wasn't me and Elma that did it, so I'm going to suggest it was Irina and Gwyn.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
Need a rockstar one,
How does he know
Princess B.
Irina and Gwyn?
All of the nicknames for the animals are
We
coming
ran
out
into
now.
them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
You were enthusiastic about the
I'll
probe a
try
minute
not
ago.
to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Let us
Roger.
depart.
That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the east gate, shall we?
Stood directly outside the east gate. Let's get to it, shall we? This is Eleonora, Blade Support Lead, here to tell you that the segment feature of your map is now available for use. It is displayed on your handheld comm device, which would otherwise be known as a WiiU gamepad on the original. It is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure what to do. Main menu, map segments. Surely I can just press like the minus button. No. What about keep hold of start? There's got to be some shortcut for the map. Okay. Interesting choice. Ooh. So yeah, this is the map. This is the region. This is New LA down here. This is the region that we are in. And then there is a whole other region up here. There is a region over here. And this horrible, horrible waterway, which we'll get to much later in the game, connects to this region, and then another region. And it's a very large world, and you can actually traverse all of the ocean if you really, really fancied a swim. So yeah, if we swap to Frontier now, we can see all these spots on the map. This is where we can install probes, and then we can set up mining probes and revenue probes, and gain some passive income and stuff, which is cool. Let's talk to Suriella. Suriella?
Yes?
Not sure how to pronounce her name. Have you come to see the town helper? I'm sorry, what? You don't know who the town helper is? It's me, silly. I'm a mediator, but I started dabbling on the side. I teach weapon skills, offer equipment tips, deliver lost items, and give life advice. Folks just started calling me the town helper. I kind of like it, to be honest. I'm still awake, I can't sleep, lol. Let's make each other a promise. We're both going to come back from our deployments alive. Deal? I mean, I can be quiet if I'm keeping you awake, Vector. 10:37 PM. That's early. Go to bed at 12. It's easier. I like how everyone's got the little division icons next to the name as well. Can't remember what that one is, but you can see he's part of a different division.
Hey,
Ask Thomas about the indigents in Primordia.
Yes?
Why not get used to battling indigents by fighting some Ovis? The place is lousy with them after all. Unlike Grexes and other more ferocious indigents, Ovis won't even attack unless you hit them first. That makes them useful as training dummies. Okay, maybe this is as bad as Monster Hunter. Another piece of advice, don't mistakenly pick a fight with any of the dangerous creatures near Siram Lake to the north. Numerous skilled interceptors have fallen to the indigents in that area. As noble a goal as protecting the city is, it's not worth risking your life just like that. If you ever catch the eye of one of those indigents, just turn and run away. Sound advice. We're out here using the animals as target practice. Yep. Oh, and I think it's going day because it just swapped to the day music. There is a bit of stutter, you know. When I pan the camera around, I notice it kind of stutters a little bit. Which is surprising because I don't remember it having any performance issues on the Wii U. And you would think the Switch is a bit more powerful, even if they have upscaled the textures and such. What level are we? We are level 5. Let us fight another level 5 creature for target practice.
No need to get too close. Attack your brain.
I've got your cover fire. Hit him again for me.
Quick, get the yellow one. There we go. Try and break its leg.
Them again. Slit edge. I'm being pushed back.
I think the yellow bar underneath, so the top bar is the health and the yellow bar is the health of that particular point. Yep, so that's broken now. So you've broken his rear leg.
Move in and keep the rhythm
I
going.
feel sharper than ever. This is bad. I need healing.
Let me catch myself.
I do need healing.
Chrome armor.
Where's he going? Wandering off.
Waiting to lash out.
Boom.
Now close in and clean up.
Watch me lay in.
Can somebody else draw aggro, please? I'm the only one on low health.
Whoa.
Stretchy boy just did a stretch.
Move in and do some damage.
I've been waiting to
Here we
lash
go.
out.
Rank up. Nice. Oh, that's true. It's only Thursday. Sky not streaming. I can sleep late. Someone is always streaming. I can't keep track of when to stay quiet. You don't have to stay quiet. You're downstairs. I don't think anybody can hear you.
Level up. I think even my cooking got better.
Leveled up and her cooking got better as well. Yeah, so the big glowing red light in the sky shows us a point where we can do stuff. Is that an actual enemy? It is. A Welkin Aurivase. Level 25. Well, thankfully he's up in the air. Oh look, we've got some Ovis. These are basically sheep.
I've got the height advantage.
Sorry sheep, but I was encouraged to use you for target practice.
Assault hammer.
Move in and do some damage.
Flame grenade.
There we go.
Infuriate.
I forgot I've got the infuriate thing as well. Rip sheep.
You never stood a chance.
We got him. Let's move.
Well, we got an Ovis polishing stone from him. And a lovely pom-pom.
I'm coming to you.
Let's see what you've got.
I still remember that voice line. I'm coming to you. It's just Shulk. Don't say that, Shulk, please.
Move in and strike. Side flex.
Lynn's got a fucking minigun. Look at her. It's just little child there with an entire minigun.
Even stronger.
That's true on any planet.
Never stood a chance, that sheep. It didn't. Eastgate Base Camp. Yeah, so these little base camps, I'm pretty sure you can go in there to rest and change the time. Well, I think they also said that you can change the time through the menu somewhere in the remaster. Here you go, Sky. Big monkeys. in the early area. I think these ones are all dead, to be fair. But you see that one up there? Big Roximius. Oh, triggered a cutscene. There's always a big monkey in a Xenoblade game. She reminds me of Yumogi from Monster Hunter Rise with the heavy bow gun. Yeah, true.
What the hell happened here?
Big monster.
You don't think that one Sinicula
Thank you.
could
I will
kill
let you
all
know.
these
Still
simians?
got half of me Watarant go.
Unless
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
A tyrant from Resident
Just
Evil.
like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical Simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one Simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let
How
me check
rude,
the
he might be
blood report
lovely.
database.
You don't know that he's a
If there's
tyrant.
a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago.
Use tyrant for harder NGS bosses too.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back.
I wonder what
towards
word
the
it translates to in
or
Japanese then.
Who knows what?
That's crazy. I can't
'Cause it
believe
must
there's
have
a
some
tyrant right
significance.
on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Attack. Suggest killing the tyrant. Or ask what a tyrant is. I'm not gonna just immediately assume we need to attack the thing. I'll be nice.
The tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
I remember this explanation
Don't let
actually.
that fool you.
Like the fact that they say
Picture shows
enemies
us
registering as
insurance
low
on at
rank,
least one
it kind of
message
feels
that
like
you'll
the
receive.
level you see over enemies is actually an
The system can't
in-universe
account
thing.
for everything, though, so don't let
Like
your
the
guard
system
down, no matter what
assigns
rank it
levels to
assigns.
monsters and stuff, so everybody knows
Even
how
some of
difficult they
Blade's
are.
very best teams have
which is
come back
cool.
with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field.
Think your girlfriend joined the Discord,
Can't
lol.
come back at all.
Suggest the 3 of us can handle it, or say you can't just leave it so close to New LA. Again, I'll go for the less boisterously confident option.
As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn,
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Nice. Thanks for that, Lynn.
fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you.
I love how my
If we
character
can
has
take it
just
down,
woken
great,
up,
but if not,
started
even just luring
employment,
it
and is
away
about
would
to
be
be
moral
chewed to bits
victory.
by a tyrant.
As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Engaging a tyrant is no small task. It's important to equip your best before charging in, so double check all weapons and gear and make sure your arts are ready and leveled up. That's the first step to becoming a combat master. It's a good point actually. We should now be able to go to arts, and I am a drifter. That is my class, a drifter. So do we have any points? Where do I see points? I think I've got 36 points, so I don't have... Oh, it needs 4. Yeah, so I can level that up. Nice. Needs 4. Might as well level everything we've got up. got 16 left, and upgrades need 12. So let's upgrade. Does this one do topple? Which one does topple? Inflicts topple, that one. We'll boost that because topple is always good. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have to level up these guys as well. So let's just go through and get everybody's skills upgraded. She's now out of points, that's fine. Yeah, the green skills, so like Flame Cloak, they're like self boosts or party boosts. You can get some green ones that do heal you. But the main form of healing is trying to respond to the soul voice things. Do we have any more gear? Oh, in fact, there we go. There's the new menu option for fashion gear. Excuse me. Yeah, so fashion gear, this lets us customize stuff without affecting the stats. So this wasn't in the original game. But any piece of gear that you've unlocked, you can now freely customize. So like that helmet that I've got, I can freely equip. So fashion can be the true end game. Feels good, man. Do I have any better equipment? I do not. Do I have any better ranged weapons? I do not. Do I have any better anything? Not that. Do I have any prototype shirt? No, that's the original one, isn't it? No better ones of them. Prototypes, that's the original one. Yeah, don't have any new gear. Probably because it wouldn't let me use the shop. What level is this creature? Not that one. That one. No. Cutscene. That's why I couldn't target it. Yeah, reducing the appendage health gears to 0 will destroy it. You can change the part you're in with R and Y or A. Additionally, destroying appendages before defeating an enemy may yield additional rewards in the battle spoils. Kind of like another game where you hunt big monsters.
How is this even remotely fair?
Lay down some fire for me.
I love how Lynn started the fight off with, how is this even remotely fair? So this is basically like a area boss or a named monster in other games. Volcamp the Pursuer. And this boss fight music is fantastic. Do you remember? When the enemy has a name, Monkas. So the idea is, if we time stuff right, we can keep as buffs going and keep as soul voice stuff happening, which will keep us healed and keep everybody healthy. Have I mentioned I love this soundtrack? This will probably get copyright claimed as soon as it goes on YouTube, but whatever. In fact, can it even be copyright claimed because I can't monetize? Maybe I'm immune to copyright because it's free. Yeah, I imagine the game is DMCA hell. Yeah,
Nice
probably.
work, Lynn. You fought well.
Everyone's going to be streaming it. Everyone who, wanted the
Now
game
let's
is going to
get
be
down to
streaming it
business
and
and
recording it
install
and
that
stuff,
data
though.
probe.
But we all know how
Stay here for
litigious
long.
Nintendo can
There's
be.
no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Here we go, getting his first probe installed.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself.
I love how they
Bottom
actually
half is a
go to
laser.
the effort
It
of
dissolves the soil so
explaining the
probe can
technology
burrow
as
to the
well.
proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods.
Don't you just hate when
Burying them
local
is going to
wildlife
save
does
us all
that?
a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
You come and disturb the
Yes, ma'am.
natural
Whenever you're
environment and the animals just don't
Why don't
appreciate
you
it.
do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Show interest and launch the probe, or suggest Lynn should take care of it. I'll show some interest. I am a blade now, after all. Technology.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Interestingly, there's a really good wiki for this game called Frontier
there's
Nav,
really not much to it.
and it actually stemmed off into
The
becoming a
hardest
wiki for a
part
bunch
is
of other
calculating
games as
the
well.
ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
Plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Wait, some new stuff. You can only hold 99 of any item. Excess copies will be auto-sold. Fair enough. Good to know. Frontier Nav probe sites, or FN sites for short, are optimal locations to plant data probes. Placing one will reveal segment recon for the surrounding segments. You can go to main menu, map segments to see which segments contain Frontier Nav probe placement spots. I'm Lau, a Pathfinder. If we're going to grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. To plant one, simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. Just common sense. Just claim everything. Now all that's left is to report back to base, but first I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged in a skell. Neutralising a foe like that on foot, especially a tyrant, is pretty risky, so be careful about such things in the future, okay? Yes. There we go. So now we get some information about all the various areas around where we've planted a probe. Segment Recon shows the details of tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these increases your survey rate. Yeah, so every single hexagon on this entire map is either linked to a subquest or a special thing that you need to find. And if you're a completionist and you like doing lots and lots of things, you've got all these hexagons to go. If there is a segment recon task still to address at your current location, a yellow hexagonal area will be displayed on your minimap. Nice, that's new. Segment marker indicates the borders of the segment you're currently occupying. You can also go to main menu, map segments, then select a segment and press R to manually display the segment marker for that particular segment of the minimap. Manually set segment markers will be displayed as blue hexagonal area even when you're outside their borders. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this segment has a treasure in it. Have you seen the wrecked vehicle just outside New LA's East Gate? That belonged to a friend of mine. I don't know if I encountered that conversation. So on the original game, when I said it was a good idea to listen to the conversations and such, when you walk near people with speech bubbles, they would say things like that, like, have you seen the wrecked vehicle just outside New LA? I might have walked past the character, but then it would add it to your Frontier map. I don't know whether they're all unlocked on this one or not. HB told me that the king of all duo guilds lives in the pond. I definitely don't think I've seen this one, so they must all be unlocked. Yeah, so that's another tyrant we can fight to do that. That one's locked, probably behind story. And that's an alien wreckage. Lots of things to unlock. We do need to get some actual decent equipment, hopefully, when I get back to town. We'll bully some sheep while we're here. Why not?
Attack at range. Target inside edge. close it now. Clean up. My turn.
Get behind, we can do that.
Shoot now.
And now we can do that one. Boom. We're saving that. Oh, it's nearly dead. There we go. Got some fleecy fur.
I'm coming to you.
Let's see what you've got.
Stop saying that, Shulk.
I've been waiting to lash out. That did the trick. Now close it and clean up.
Now it's my turn.
Yes, I think this attack when I'm behind them, that's when I get... Oh no, it's when they staggered. Yes, because stagger then goes into topple. So if I see an exclamation mark, I need to prioritise that attack.
I've been waiting to lash out.
Because that will topple them, which means they can't attack us back.
Move in and do some damage.
I've been waiting to lash out.
Nice work.
Recuperate. Nice. Pretty sure that is a skill where it consumes TP, which is tension points. And then that is one of those healing skills. It'll tell me if I look on here. TP boosts evasion and continually restores HP, yeah. So we now have the ability to heal.
I'm coming to you.
Let's see what you've got. Shadow Strike. Leave this to me.
If you want me to leave it to you, Linley, I will do so. You're the one with the minigun.
Now close it and clean up.
Yeah, so when the enemies are toppled, the yellow one actually boosts damage against them. So you end up eventually getting a nice sequence of attacks you can chain one after the other. I love the scale of this city. Especially when the camera does that whole kind of zoomy outy thing when you look up. I'm sure there's a technical term for that, but I don't know what it is. That pop-in though, that was the same on the Wii U. So it's interesting that they didn't change that on the Switch. Can't really complain because it's not like it's a, oh, the Switch is weak kind of thing. It's the same game as the Wii U version. I think the only thing I can't get over in these games is the whole I'm going to shout all my attacks in battle. I wonder if there's a setting for that on this one. Settings. Is there audio, online sound, skill flight BGM, voice language? There is not a setting for it. Yeah, exactly. I'm coming to you. It's just such a weird way of saying something. Just hearing it in Adam Howden's voice as well.
Hey.
Oh, we spoke to them before. Spoke to Suriella. Suriella. Weird name.
Great.
Oh man, nothing beats skelling through the wild open fields of Primordia. You guys gotta get your skill licenses post haste. Chop chop. Also, skelling a word. My thoughts exactly. Skelling it. Now we can report back that we completed our training. Hey, and Vandam's here as well.
Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
Yeah, I remember there's some story around Vandam because ever since he was in this game, every Xenoblade Chronicles game now has a Vandam.
I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less.
I was pressured into it.
That was reckless.
Can't this buff guy just solo everything? He probably does. Hulk Hogan from home, exactly. Save your progress. Go on then.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey,
Sound
I delivered
rational.
you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right?
It was all for
I'll
a
settle
bet.
up with you later.
That's the only reason
You
they
know I'm good
recruited
for
us.
it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. You'll all excuse me?
Yep,
Command.
Naga's just sneaking away. Doesn't want to elaborate on that bet.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Nope.
Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Probably for the best.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief
I feel like I'm wearing a
engineer on the White
motorbike
Whale.
helmet.
Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
Nods.
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
I love the little temperature display on the
Sounds
kitchen
like you're
counter.
learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Ask about the assignment or get more info. Pretty sure we either need to do both, so we'll ask about
Pretty
divisions.
much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions.
Almost like section IDs.
Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best
I
suits
wonder
your
if there was some
personality
actual
and your
inspiration
talents.
there.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but
Green
important.
Hill, huh?
You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
See, I'm pretty sure I picked Pathfinder for that reason.
Next up, Interceptors. You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira.
So you could say they are hunters.
Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's
I love
part of
that
the
armor set.
Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive
Have a
strikes
good rest of your
on
stream.
clear
I'll
and
go to sleep
obvious
now, getting
threats.
tired. No worries, Vector.
But
Have a good
only on
sleep.
clear and
Hopefully
obvious
chat
threats.
to you again
They're
soon.
not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done.
Can I imagine that is a morbid
Until we're
job,
up
to be
and
fair.
running here on Mira and have this place completely figured out.
Well, unless you know the rest of the
Brought from
storyline
Earth
and some of
needs
the
to
plot
be treated
twists.
like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, curators.
Nerds,
Curators
basically.
are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory.
Go and document
Bringing
plants
back
and
whatever
everything.
samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigents.
Next? Alright, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever.
See,
We
these
need to be
divisions
able
are
to
actually
replenish
well
our
thought
water and
out.
fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators.
The policeman.
These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joe.
Oh, police here.
Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators.
Somebody stole your sweet roll?
It's not a
Mediators.
division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades and a people person. Someone with my
I love how this
charming
cutscene's gone on for so long that
personality,
the Switch
probably not
decided
best
to
meet.
dim the screen.
But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch roll, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate.
Do we still get to choose?
Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever.
Do we even have a choice?
And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. Alright, you ready to choose?
Settle an argument with a mech. Yeah, that would settle most arguments, wouldn't it? Nod.
Yeah, and we're on pins and needles here.
Confirm or hesitate. No, we do still get to choose. Interesting. I'm sure I saw a Reddit post from somebody saying they'd scrapped all of this out of the game. I'm going to be me and be boring and use Pathfinders. Not because it's the first option, but because actually finding the Lifehold seems like the most important task, and the logo is green. I kind of have to. It is on brand.
Then it's settled?
Are you sure? Nod.
All right. Thank
But
God
the
that's
mechs.
over.
Even if you
Find
pick that one, you
invested
won't get the mechs for a long
yada.
while.
You're officially a Blade.
Congrats.
When you do
You're
get to the
welcome.
mechs, though, you will be pleased to hear that
I know
you
you're
can
gonna do great.
customize them. So you can put different weapons on them that go on the shoulder sockets and the arm sockets and all that kind of stuff, and it unlocks all the different skills
Now
you'd
for the
normally
job.
have are
Let's
tied
get
to
down
a
to
weapon
brass
that's on the mech.
tacks. Nelson's
Yeah,
team has
it is
gone
very
missing.
good for scale
Last contact
customization.
we had, they were installing
And there's
a
quite a
data
few of them,
probe out
and
in
some new
distant
ones in this
Primordial.
version, I believe.
Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Hey, another
Are we
Pathfinder.
talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a Skell with them.
They'll be fine if they had a
Think
scale
could
with them.
hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location.
I wonder if
and
they've
go from
changed
there.
any of the scale mechanics.
Report whatever you find.
When you
ASAP.
first get a scale, you've got
course.
like 3 uses
Let's
of
move out.
insurance.
Right Roger that.
where it'll get repaired if it does blow up if you lose a fight. But after that, if you lose a fight, that's it. You've got to pay for all the repairs on your mech. And they have fuel as well. You've got to refuel them. So it's not just OP mode. But you can get in and out of your skell whenever you want when you unlock them. You're officially a Blade now. Congrats. Becoming one of us grants you access to a variety of services, including the shop terminal, the arms merchant or arms manufacturer terminal, mission control, and more. Some services are still off limits at the moment, but I'll get back to you on those later. Ever wish you could zip back to a place you visited? Well, that's why we have fast travel. It allows you to instantly return to significant landmarks, as well as any frontier nav sites that have data probes installed. Just access the map to use it. Reminds me of the old AC games where you had to pay for ammo. Yeah, exactly. I do really like the old AC games. I need to actually commit to completing them at some point as well. Arms manufacturers or AMs support us from the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear, and by utilising their services. We can support them too. Head to the AM terminal in Armory Alley to learn more about working with AMs to make new gear. Missions. I'm not going to read all of this out. This is getting a little bit tiring. We have story missions, we have affinity missions to get closer to members of his party. Got normal side missions with question marks and stuff, and then we've got the RNG missions from Mission Control. Blade reports. When you visit a segment where you haven't completed the recon yet, you may receive a Blade report post. Okay, so it's not guaranteed. There we go. Use a Gatling gun. Instant bankruptcy. Yes. Yeah, I remember on Armored Core 1 eventually I settled for using laser weapons for some of the easier missions because they just use your power rather than any actual ammo. It just meant I could afford some better gear afterwards. Now we can customise. Point attack challenges. This is new. I'm not going to bother doing that. They add this to every definitive edition of a Xenoblade game where there's some like fighting combat arenas thing. Really not interested in it. But I will tweak my barracks. Main colour. I had a nice setup on the WiiU. I think I went black main colour. Green for a sub-colour. There we go. Leave the floor as it is. Furniture. Can't tell what that's changing. I think it was just black and green. Because I'm boring. I just think it looks cooler, black and green. Yeah, it looks snazzy. And we can change his wall decal as well. So I think we can get the... Ooh, was that in the original game? I don't think that particular one was in the original game. Wonder if that's an Easter egg. Get some numbers or all of the various division logos. So we'll go Pathfinders. Seeing as that's what we are. Then lighting I think is various intensities. I think I'll just stick with lighting. Lighting 1. Ooh, actually, receive bonus items. I'm pretty sure because I pre-ordered. Yeah, I've got an achievement. I think that's just given me my pre-order shite. RGB base, yep. Oh, yep, we've got some new stuff now. Got some purple stuff. With 3 slots. So on the middle column, there's 3 slots at the bottom. You can get, I'd call them gems, but they're not gems on this. You can get like chips and stuff that you can customise your weapons with, which is cool. Although the stats are exactly the same. Hey ho, we'll get it. At least it's not overpowering us. That's actually worse. How much worse? How do I compare? Where's the compare button? Is there no compare button? Oh, I can look at that. That's what I've got equipped. Yeah, so it's down on attack points a bit. Better for TP. More hits. Goes from 12 hits to 20. Oh, and it's attribute physical there. Okay. So a little less overall damage, but more shots. So we'll equip that. God. Those survival goggles just plastered on your forehead. Yeah, we won't equip that one. We can equip that though. We can equip that. Now we look like we're actually wearing some armour. Better. Still look like the Stig. Like I'm just wearing a motorbike helmet to hide my identity. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I go in fashion gear I can turn that off, but meh. The character's face looks a bit weird anyway. Didn't have many options for customization. Great. Ooh, the side quests show up on the minimap as well. That did not happen on the original, I don't think. So we can get a side quest from Sati. Sati had an urgent job come up and went running off to the administrative district. It ain't easy being a mechanic, I tell you.
Now what?
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, and I know you're terribly busy, but is there any way you might help with a rather urgent request? Promise I won't take much of your time. Heck, I don't have much of my own to spend taking up yours. Sorry, getting off track. Anyway, I know I should be running this request through official channels and all that, so I'm sorry, but it's just no time. Desperate at this point, and I'll literally take any help I can get. Not to say that you're just anybody. You're great. Ha ha ha. Look, I know I must sound completely bonkers. Yes, you do. But just hear me out, okay? That's all I ask. I can reassure and calm her down or listen to what she has to say. Let's be reassuring. Oh, right, sorry. That probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, huh? Okay, let me pull it together here. Breathe in and out, in and out. People like me, it's all okay. Thank you, my head's a lot clearer now. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Yep, so I need you to deliver some supplies to a blade team in the field. I'm a mechanic, you see, specialising in skills. I tend to head up a lot of important projects. Sorry, did that sound braggy? This character is a personality, that's for sure. Anyway, I just got a call from a team that's always been really nice to me. They asked me to bring them supplies so they can do a field repair of their skells. Apparently, something called a whimsical duogill attacked them after they left on a mission, and now they're stranded out there. I'm getting flashbacks. I remember fighting loads of duogills because I needed some particular ones or particular drops from them. I pride myself on customer service, but me wandering around outside the city is just no, bad idea. Bad idea. No, whimsical duogill, exactly. Can't stand whimsical duogills. Especially with the whimsical duogill that broke their skull still kicking around. Much as I wanted to help, I'm just a mechanic. There was only so much I could do. But on the other hand, the thought of those poor skells lying there all beat up just broke my heart. So I gathered some adventure-y stuff and left town. It's that a technical term, adventure-y stuff. But then kind of panicked about what to do next. The only sane plan I could come up with was asking someone else for help, and then you came along. It's like magic, only it's not. Honestly, the writing, like, because I'm actually reading it out, it's surprisingly decent. Anyway, I know I should post this to Mission Control, but here is a pop-up prompt for the quest. Accept. But I don't have time for rules, man. Can't just stand around filling out paperwork and cutting red tape or whatever. Oh, and I'll pay you, of course, or actually the leader of the team you'll be rescuing will. I hope. Question mark. Any rate, they're really in trouble, so if you could get these supplies to them, I'd really appreciate it. Cool. Side quest started. Missions. Yeah, so there's a side quest. That says RNG quest, affinity missions, and then story ones. So, why does the back button, the minus button, not do anything? I would have thought that'd be a shortcut to the map. L3? Oh. That just makes me ready if I click it on the left stick. That's the sprinting mode, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. R3 just brings up then. So yeah, the only way to get to the map is to press plus and then go to map. That seems a little not well thought out. Oh no, I didn't want to zoom out that far. I want to stay here and have a look. Yeah, so these little green dots are as fast travel points. That's a mission we can do. Show mission start point. Why? Yeah, okay. How do I go down? How do I see underneath? Surprised you can't just assign map to a single button. Yeah, I would have thought it had just been the minus button. Oh, wait. I know why it's not the minus button. I'm pretty sure the minus button is how you get in and out of your skell when you unlock it. So they probably didn't think to remap that, because obviously previously it was on the WiiU controller, on the WiiU screen. Here we go. Guest was in front of the building across from the maintenance centre, searching for that new crew member. I wonder what she wants with him. Yeah, so this is where you can like learn from people where side quests and stuff are. Let's get some treasure. And Linley's cookie got better. Cooking, not cookie. What do we have at mission control? Let's have a look. Arms tested wanted. Want to acquire some weapon data. These are worth doing because they boost your notoriety with certain arms manufacturers. That makes sense, although you'd think they could have it so you could hold the button instead. Yeah, like hold it to get into the scale and tap minus just to bring up the map. That'd make sense. A tyrant is giving the Harriers a hard time. Help them hunt down Archibald the Revolutionary. I should probably pay attention to the recommended level on these. Recommended level 11. I think I'm only like 7. Clandestine operation. We require crush rings. Oh god, I remember searching for them before. Partisan pearls. Sanalac pearls. Might as well just accept all of these. Sued fillet. Myranium. Acorn abacuses? Question mark? Myranium, Swede Sweep, another Tyrant, Behold the Cran Jelly, and Rabbit Research. I'm getting flashbacks to your stream yesterday with just looking at the word rabbit. That was an awful creature. I'm surprised they designed something like that. It's more horrific than some of the stuff you see in actual like horror games. Oh, we completed one of them straight away. That sprite was horrifying. It was. It was crazy just how graphic it really was for Phantasy Star 2. You can swap and strengthen arts by going to the main menu, Party Arts.
I see.
Here's Kirsty. It's Kilniath, right? Acknowledge with a small nod, or ask who wants to know. I'll nod. Nodding seems to be on brand. Nods. Oh good, I've been looking for you. The name's Kirsty with a K.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm the operations manager from Frontier Nav. Nagi requested that I brief you on the whole Frontier Nav deal. Sound good? Tell Kirsty that you already know all about it, or hear Kirsty out. I'll hear her out. Those little hearts are when the affinity between you and other party members are increasing, so depending on what dialogue choices you have, it'll affect what everybody thinks of you. Excellent, I like your curiosity. Always remember that Frontier Nav connects us to the land. Yeah, exactly. Kirsty with a K as opposed to what? And like the rest of Mira, it takes dedication and curiosity to really understand. So then, first lesson, there are several different types of data probes that can be installed at Frontier Nav probe placement sites. It's vital that you keep the desired application in mind, because each type of probe yields different effects. Surste or Querste. What's more, placing the exact same type and grade of data probe in neighbouring sites will amplify the effects of each probe. Yeah, this is a cool thing. So like if you chain 2 mining probes together, it'll boost the effectiveness of the mining probes and you can get loads of crazy multipliers. Like there's some really cool actual strategy behind where you place what types of probes and stuff if you want to maximise stuff. Now I could stand here and make you listen to a long drawn out explanation, please don't. But I think it's better if you just try each one out for yourself. Remember the data probe you installed out in the East Gate plane? Deny. I've forgotten where that was. It was moments ago, but I have no idea. Yeah, I thought she'd like that. Good, I can see where you're on Nagi's shortlist. So if you ever need to verify its exact location, just access the segment map with your comm device. I'll point out a pair of placement sites in the plains past the east gate that you can chain together on the Frontier Nav grid. Head there and install a data probe at each site, okay? But I don't want just any probes installed there, you'll need to change them to be the same type. That's how you get the chain amplification effects. You can swap around data probes using your comm device, just select the corresponding site on the Frontier Nav map. If you select swap data probe, you can take your pick from all the unused probes you've got. You do have unused probes, right? Here, take a few mining probes just in case. They're on me, but don't go spreading tales of my generosity. You know, otherwise everyone will be coming round for my free mining probes. Your assignment is to travel to the 2 specified sites, install data probes there, then make sure all 3 of your installed probes are set as mining probes. You'll figure it out, it's much clearer in action. Yeah, I do feel like that explanation kinda glazed over it a bit. Yeah, so you can look at your data probes and you can change what type they are and stuff. Nice. I can see lots more green things on the radar. Can I? Just realised my camera is covering the radar. It's not too important. The joys of playing 4x3 games where you've got empty space and nothing is missing. Let's go back into the field, fight some more things, do these quests, see where that gets us. I love the daytime New LA theme. It's such a jam. Just the sight of like coming out here and seeing all these cliffs and stuff in the distance. Even on the WiiU it was just as pretty and impactful. Here we go, right. I don't think we had big exclamation marks on the screen on the WiiU version. So these little crystals, these are as items, so walking over them will pick them up, and the issue with the original game was if you were looking for something specific, it didn't tell you what they were, so you had no good way of farming particular items. And I heard that they have made things a bit easier on this one, so it might actually direct you to specific drops that match the items you're looking for.
Let's move.
What was that bat doing with a boot in its inventory? RPG questions.
Everyone with me! Melee!
Now it's my turn.
Shoot now!
Go.
Overwhelm them!
Nice combo. Should probably keep my actual melee weapon equipped more often when I'm close to them. It does do more damage. And some of these skills, so like that one had a second bar around it, which meant that I could immediately recast it and do it again. Also, I've just noticed battle commands. You don't have any items. Tactics, withdraw, do as you please. Ah, so I can issue orders and stuff. Open all. Busted rifle. Black fog deposits. Interesting. Black fog. That is interesting for anybody who's played some of the other Xenoblade games. Black fog holds a fair bit of significance.
Right, let's do this.
Let's see what
Let's do this.
Now strike them again!
Oh, you can pick up items whilst you're in combat now. Couldn't do that originally, I'm pretty sure. Oops. Press the wrong button. I'm pretty sure in the original game, to stop you from being able to just like run past loads of enemies and pick up all the items, when you were in combat, it stopped you from picking things up. But they do look to have changed that, which is actually better, a lot more helpful. I'm pretty sure those crush rings that I have a quest for are found in a cave full of very nasty enemies. It is bothering me a bit that the song has started again. How does it feel in comparison to the original? I mean, it definitely feels like the same game, because it is. There's lots of things that... So going from Xenoblade to Xenoblade Definitive was a massive improvement. Hey look, there's a Nathan. Going from... Well, in fact, that's the only remake they've done in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive. Yeah, that felt like a massive improvement. 2 had its own UI problems and little niggly bits there and everything, but that was the first one they did on the Switch, so that's, in my mind, excusable. 3 was flawless. I can't think of a single flaw with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, for them to come off the back of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive and also 3, there are some things on this one that I think they could have done a little bit better. Like, you know, the whole... Some of these UI things, like looking at that, with all the levels floating around and the big R target thing, just kind of feels a bit wrong. I don't know how to describe it. And I've noticed, like, it does stutter sometimes when I pan the camera around, and that's on my monitor, so that's from the actual Switch stuttering. But it looks good, and I'm very glad that the game is more accessible and will get more eyes on it, because we all know how well the Wii U sold. So a lot of people missed out on the game just because of the platform that it was on. Hey up, Nathan. Please, Monica, you've got to understand... Oh, God. I spoke for too long then. Need to hydrate. Please, Monica, you've got to understand, as Blades, our first priority is coming home alive. As the one responsible for this team, I have to take the path with the least amount of risk. So you want to give up his life to save ours? Pathetic. Look, if you don't want to go, that's fine. I'll find Conair. Interesting spelling of Connor. Conair. Oh, we're seeing some affinity between them. Monica, that's crazy. Will you please listen to me for a second? I would use Hydrate Redeem, but 1, there isn't one, and 2, if it's like mine, it wouldn't work anyway. There's another streamer I've been watching called Ade. He's been playing a lot of Final Fantasy games, and his Hydrate Redeem has no limit on it whatsoever, so people could spam it. I haven't seen them spam it, but he's got a picture of Mike from Breaking Bad that comes up and just some water pouring over the top of him, and a sound effect that goes like, water. It's quite amusing. What is it? If you're out here, I'm guessing it's because you're a blade. In that case, let me ask you something. Should an entire team risk their lives to rescue one symbol member, or should that team run back to New LA like a pair of snivelling cowards and wait for reinforcements? Oh. Declare that if it was your team, you'd search for your missing teammate immediately, or repeat the mantra of safety first and recommend they retreat as a group. This is the trolley problem, isn't it? I think that my team would prefer me to say that I'd search for my missing teammate immediately. No hearts. No hearts appeared. Maybe I should have gone with the logical choice. See, you've got guts. What if our friend dies while we're sitting on our asses back in NLA? What then? If the two of us go missing as well, how does that help Conair? This is difficult to ask, but would you head north to Sickle Rock Rise and see if you can find an interceptor named Conair? And yes, I will keep pronouncing it like that. Send them all into the grinder. He's part of our team. We got separated on a survey job and he hasn't come back. Accept. Thank you. I know it should be me going instead, but we got beaten to a pulp when our survey mission turned into an impromptu copper sinicular hunt. Don't you hate when that happens? Try to do a rescue mission and it becomes a copper sinicular hunt. Honestly, we're both at a loss here. As you can probably tell, I'm afraid if we go, we'll just invite more trouble. I'm sorry you had to see any of this, but know that I really appreciate the help. We both do. As soon as we know Conair's location, we'll do our best to rescue him. Please help us find our friend. Okay, so we are now finding mission friends. And we have an orange segment on this map that we're in. I have immediately forgot what the orange segment meant. Also, this game's quite fun because the gravity on this planet is lower. If you sprint, you can do hella jumps. Which is quite nice when you're running around collecting materials and such. We can't do this, so you guys go instead while we watch you get melted. Hey, there's this Frontier Nav site over there. I do think there is a loot thingamajig over here, though. You can see a yellow dot on the map. A rock orange. Not like a heavy metal orange. Segment recon complete. Oh, that's why the area had the orange grid, wasn't it? Centrifugal beam generator. Sounds technical. Oh, there's something level 17. Okay, so there is maybe some use to the level thing popping up at such a distance. I just think it doesn't half mess up the view though. I do think, like the other games... No, he is going to start on me. I was going to say, because he's such a low level, he probably won't start on me. Then he proceeded to start on me. Maybe he felt confident because there were two of them. I am melee attacking. I do like that shout out though. This will bring them to their proverbial knees. Because they don't necessarily have knees. Oh wow. Big sinicular over there. Yeah, lots of red levels. It's like NGS when a random level 1 mob attacks your level 100 character. What are you hoping to achieve? Yeah. Oh, there's these weird... I have to say it, these spiders are just like that bloody ball sack monster in Half-Life. Just sack monsters, sack spiders. They're so weird. I've never not found these monsters weird. Install data probe. There we go. It's a mo nest with legs. Yeah, you're not wrong. Open Frontier Nav often. I would if there was a shortcut for it. Game. You can check the placement of probes. Press LR. Data probes can be installed at the sites. Once you've installed it, you'll periodically receive resources and cash. You can check the details of that site via Frontier Nav. Variety is the spice of probes. Okay, good effort. That's okay. With many different flavours. Oh, maybe they are spicy. They come in different flavours. Swap them out. Blah blah blah. Swap out data probe. Do that. And then when you get new ones, you can revisit. Yeah, so there's different like levels of mining probe and research probe and such. And the storage probes will increase your overall capacity for stuff. So you can see my storage limit is 6,000 and I've got 375. And each segment, so like this segment there, the production grade is C, the revenue is E, but the combat support is B. So I would be better off placing a probe there that does combat support. So you can get like passive buffs for being in the area of one of these probes. But I'm pretty sure I have to place 3 mining probes. But I won't for now, I'll wait till we get the last one. Oh wait, no, it's still showing up on the map actually. What is... Oh, he's got a gold name. Oh, because he's a tyrant. So tyrants get gold plates on them. That's cool. Yeah, so... I do need to set a mining probe there. Does it matter if it's G1 or G2? I don't know. I will save my better ones. There we go. Then that one we will also set as mining. And then I believe we have to get that one next. Objective updated. Oh yeah, it swapped my main mission now, hasn't it? So Conair is over there. Let's go and rescue Conair before he gets eaten by monsters. If the enemies over here don't notice us and destroy us. There are some of them spiders up there, but they're low level, so we should be able to fight them. We don't want to fight that big guy, but I do want the item. Sneaky, sneaky. Try not to get spotted and collect items. That is a lot of this game, to be fair, just trying to collect what you can and reach areas without being started on by the higher level monsters. The big guy reminds me of Dark Ragnar. It is pretty similar to Dark Ragnar, yeah. There is quite a lot in like Japanese RPGs and such where they have very similarly inspired enemy designs. Let's fight one of these walking monests. Move in and do some damage. Here we go. Combo to that. And beautiful, he's on the floor. I'm going to keep that skill charging, because if they shout out, we've also got 2 of them on us. Oh dear. And the third one's walking round. Right, now we can do that. Do I look like I'm slowing down? How cocky. Oh god, yep, third one's spotted us now as well. So as long as we keep up our soul voices, we should be able to keep his health fairly high. Right, he should be finished. She wants us to do a buff. Move in and do some damage. Here we go. Do that. Do that. And then we do that. Boom. Yeah, eventually, when you max out some of these skills, or rather the classes, you can actually kind of make a custom class, because you can equip that class's weapons on any other class you've got equipped, and all their skills as well. So you can have any 2 weapons that you want. Oh, wow. I got loads of skills then. We still have to do our best, but somebody else can figure out what it all means. Wise words there, Lynn. Busted bodywear. When the player avatar reaches maximum rank in their current class, you'll be able to change their class to a more advanced one. Oh, is that what I did? And I'm max... Yeah, I'm max drifter now. So if I go to classes... Here we are. So Drifters as starting class, and then we can branch off into Striker with long swords and assault rifles, Commando with dual swords and dual guns, or Enforcers with knives and ray guns. Interesting combination. But then once you max rank them, you can go further on. So like, this is your tree that continues longsword and assault rifle. That branches into shield and Gatling gun. That one is javelin and sniper rifles, and then that one is photon sabers. Wow, they're actually called photon sabers. Photon sabers and psycho launchers. Psycho launchers are like little things that float behind your shoulder and shoot at enemies. Kind of like the R attack mags in PSU. So, I always go Striker. I kind of do want to do something different. Should I go knife and ray gun maybe? Dual swords, dual guns. I know the Full Metal Jaguar tree is quite a lot of people's favourites at the end. An Astral Crusader. Sounds cool. That's got javelins, which are kind of like spears. I will do Commando. Never done that before. Classes. More advanced than the Drifter can learn skills which provide various effects just by being equipped. Different classes have different skills they can learn. Attaining rank 10 in any of the final stage classes allows you to master that class's weapons, and once mastered you can use them with any. Yeah, basically what I said. You can get max rank and you can use like the javelin on any other class. Does that wreck me in terms of arts though? Do I now have no arts and no weapon? I have backslash and early bird. What button? Reorder. Let's stick buffs over there, backslash there. Oh, it has given me some free weapons then, so I do have some machine guns and dual swords, so that's nice of it. Probably not the best in the world, but we shouldn't be completely hopeless. Where's Conair? He's hiding from that monkey, which doesn't surprise me because I would also hide from that monkey. There's some little monkeys though. At least they're not stinky monkeys.
No need to get too close. Attack at range.
Who's he facing? He's facing me. Get behind him. Backslash. There we go.
Move in and do some damage.
These blades do not look sharp at all. Also, this weather is horrible. It's just all cloudy and grey.
Upper hand. I'm in trouble.
Oh.
Heal me.
I would heal you if I could, Elmer, but unfortunately, I don't have that ability.
I have to stay in this. Help me. Scream edge.
Try get behind him.
I can't seem to get fired up.
There we go.
This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it. I have to stay in this. Help me.
I would love to help you, but my bar needs to fill up first. There we go.
To lash out.
It is a bit awkward when you swap class, when you don't have any skills anymore. Immediate level up though, can't complain about that. Nice. Also, I can hear the monkey behind there chewing on something, which is disgusting. There's Conair. We have rescued him from the monkeys.
Hey,
Oh, sweet baby back ribs, you're human. That's one way to say hello. Guess my luck hasn't completely run out on me. Those monsters were chasing me everywhere. First I ran out of ammo, then I lost my comm device, then, well, I was pretty sure my time was up. Explain to Conair that Nathan sent you to find him, or tell Conair that Monica was worried. Monica wanted to leave, so I'm going to tell him the truth. Well, you're still the one I owe. Heh. No, I can totally picture the two of them going at it. They're like an old married couple. Yeah, I get that impression as well. Worrisome leader. Still, I suppose I should report back and let them know I'm okay. I hate to bother you, but could you help me look for my comm device? It should be nearby. I know we're both fellow blades and all, but I'm still willing to pay you for your time. It's my goof up that put us here anyway. Yeah, you know what? Recalling this quest, I'm pretty sure we didn't have map markers like that, telling me right where it was. I think you had like an area bubble, and then there'd be a red item somewhere in the area to find. So I kind of like that they've improved things, but I also, part of me doesn't. Not sure, this is a very conflicting remake in my opinion. It's so dangerous down here. Right, gravity is shit on this planet, so we could just go. And there is no fall damage. Feels good, man. Oh, there are some dangerous things over there. There's also some things we need to kill, I think, because of the exclamation mark.
No need to get too close. Attack
That waddle when he was reloading the guns then. There we go. If we bust his head, then we get some more rewards and stuff. We get behind him. Oh, he turned. How did he knock me back when he wasn't even facing me? Oh wow, he went from like half health to dead then. Swede sweep, yeah, 1 out of 4. There are some quests in this game as well. I remember one where it tells you to wipe out a nest of Swedes, these like pig things. And you can either leave them there because they're all baby pigs and, you know, you feel guilty killing all the baby pigs. And I'm pretty sure they like come back and turn into larger ones and do actually pose a problem. So there are repercussions for your actions on some quests.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
I would love to stagger them, but let me... Oh, you can run while in combat. That is good. He's really feeling it. Shulk is always really feeling it. Boom. Yeah, these free weapons that it's given me are not the best in the world. It's a little bit annoying as well that you can't move after a battle ends. It kind of freezes you there. And I don't remember that happening on the original. Not quite as noticeably, at least. That is not something that I need to attack. Where are they? There's one. No, I want to target that one. Thank you. Posterior? No, we will go for head. Dual guns. Go.
Get too close. Attack at range. Move in and do some damage. I've been waiting to lash out.
Ha! Dash through the enemy and then get a back attack. Elma just sounded like she was completely out of it then. Side slash. Here we go, here we go. No, no, no. There we go. Back attack. Yeah, I need more skills. I need healing. Elma says I should heal up first. Priorities. There we go. Elma level 9. I can hear growling. Is it that thing? Oh no, it's the sleeping pig there. Is there one more? There is an exclamation mark here on the mini-map. Just need one more pig, yeah. Wait, but it's here on the minimap. Why is it here? Oh, yes, it does. It does have an exclamation mark over items you need to pick up. That is really, really good to know. That is an improvement for sure. Cran jelly, yeah. These were annoying to gather because you just have to go around and get absolutely everything. Oh, that's a big boy. I don't want to start on him. Yeah, so I can see that this is an item that I need to pick up now. That is nice. I like that. Behold the cran jelly. Gripper's guns. Target in the head. Let's go.
No need to get too close. Attack at range.
I love that little waddle when he's got the guns like that. Yeah, so what you might notice as well is when I'm using ranged attack, it's filling up my extra bar for the ranged attack, but not for the melee ones.
I've been waiting to lash out.
So when you properly set up some skills, I do like to quite often have like half of the palette be ranged attack, half of them be melee, so I know when I swap weapons that I'm charging each of them up. Mission complete. And I learned some skills. Excellent. Let's take that. And we will have a look at our arts. So we have Stream Edge. Deals weapon damage and boosts damage in ranged combos. So that's not positional, so we can put that there. That's sliding slinger, which is like, you just slide towards them with your gun shooting. So we'll upgrade backslash. Upgrade that. Well, we might as well get them all to level 2 if we can. Needs 6. Needs 4. Does anybody else have any points? Yes. Upgrade that. Needs 12. Grants critical power. That one grants critical power as well. That needs 4 to upgrade. I'll do that since it's only level 1. I think as well, yeah, you do get more skills than you have slots for. So you do want to play around with your skills and assign ones you're actually going to use or are going to be more beneficial depending on what kind of role you want to play. Whether you want to be like a tank or a healer or anything, or a DPS. Lynn. Let's upgrade all of hers to level 2. Trash talk. Accurate skill. There we go. Right, let's get Connor's comm device, and we can get back to planning probes, which might actually be over there. I mean a hexagon. Oh no, it's there. F Insight 112. Such a cool soundtrack. Install Date Probe, here we go. Boom. So now we've got us recon, and we should be able to swap probe for mining. Yep. Now are they linked? They are. 3 chain effect. So that should be our quest for Kirsty with a K complete. I believe. Oh, and we got a reward as well. Missions. Welcome back, Connor. So that's to get that. Professional. Details. Yeah, talk to Kirsty on the Blade Concourse. So that's done. Talk to Miles on the West Jampath Plain. That was the rescue one, wasn't it? Yeah, so let's get Conairs. Oh, I saw a level 36 up there. Yeah, I remember this being one of the quests where you do kind of want to run past the enemies and not start on them. Or maybe it runs away at a certain time of day. That's another cool thing on this, like depending on the time of day, different enemies will be active or inactive. Yeah, so that's some big Grex dog wolf thingamajigs. So if I like hide here, can I figure out how to change time of day? System change time. Here we go. So it's now evening. Oh. Time has been changed. They may. No, they are still there. I'm sure there's a certain time of day where they go. It's annoying that you can't just reset there. Get it to 0. Let's go for 6 in the early morning. See what happens there. They are still there. They do not want to move. Wait, are they even going to aggro on me? Because they detect sight. Or is it sight and sound when it's spiky? Maybe I can just sneak past. Ooh. They are facing in the direction of the thing that I need. Oh, don't fall off. Let's just try. Uh-oh. Run. Oh, I can't grab it. That's annoying. Why can I not grab it? Oh, we're getting started on by a pig now. Oh, and we died. You'll respawn at the last landmark you'll visit. Do you want to return now? Yes. Yeah, I'm sure there's a certain time of day or something where those guys run off into the cave. Because there is a cave nearby that's filled with very nasty, scary monsters. Because I think I remember trying to sneak past them before and then all of a sudden they ran past me. Or maybe it's a weather thing. System change time. Afternoon. It's now raining. It's still not moving though. Bearing in mind this is a level 3 quest, it says. Recommended level 3 on the actual quest description. It's got to be some way of doing it. Evening. Maybe it doesn't tie in with the skipping time mechanic, because that wasn't in the original. You would have to wait. Don't know. Excuse me, dog. I just want this.
We've got no choice.
No. No, it's not going to let me get it. That's annoying.
Sorry. You guys, take it from me.
All right, solo it is.
Solo it is, yes. I will solo this Grex that one-shots me. I love how it auto-saves afterwards, just to cement your failure. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that one. Because I can't sneak past them. And they don't seem to be getting affected by time of day. Let's look at the other one. Track in navigation panel. Wrong button. That one. Target was set for tracking. So that one's over there. We can get some more levels, gather some more stuff whilst we're on our way there. Try not to get started by any more big high level monsters. Like that massive one over there who's level 52. That should be his last cran jelly we need there. With the exclamation mark on it. There we go. Got a bargain tank top as well. Yeah, a lot of these RNG missions do tend to give you cosmetic armour and stuff like that more than anything. I say RNG missions, I'm pretty sure there's probably like just a specific quest pool, and as you go through them and level up and rank up the frontier nav, that's when it starts showing more and more of the missions. And we're in another yellow segment here as well. Oh, probably because this is where Conair is. So if we do complete that quest, it'll unlock that section. Treasure info. They found wreckage from an alien civilization on Sickle Rock Rise just east of here. I just love to dig one of those puppies up and do a little research. Yeah, so those conversations would normally happen in town, but it appears that as you approach an area, it's now kind of acting as if somebody's, I don't know, posted it on social media or something. Or I guess on Frontier Nav. Is it safe to drop down there? Ooh, almost not. There's some high level enemies there. So I wonder if we've got the skill for this, or we might need the archaeology skill. Alien wreckage. Yeah, hold it down. There we go. Segment recon complete. Item HP Rebound 5. Ah yes, so that's as gems that we can socket into pieces of equipment to give us extra skills and such. So after doing this quest, I might head back to town and see what we can do in terms of equipment, especially since I've just got the free gear it gave me for doing the class change. That's a scary monster. Level 47 scorpion crab thingamajig. HP told me that the king of all duogills lives in... Yeah, this is the whimsical duogill. Or the more stressful duogill. I think there's a tyrant fight you can do as well. Also, notice how the tower says 55% when it used to say 60. I wonder what that means. Dum dum dum. Yep, that's the one. Hephaestus the Absconder. I remember fighting that. It was not pleasant. Get some more loot. Deserve to drop down here. There's always like little overhangs that spiders and stuff hide in on this. So half the time you drop down from a cliff thinking it's perfectly safe and then a spider lunges at you. There's another yellow thing over there actually. Where's that? I hope it's not up there. Roof rock. Ah, here we go. Skull wreckage. What time are we on? 4:15. Think, give it 15 minutes and I'll probably come off and have a bit of a break. I don't know if I'll stream more today. My voice is not used to speaking for long periods of time. That is a very snory monkey up there. I wonder at what point the actual online stuff unlocks. Can't remember. It definitely hasn't unlocked yet, because surely there'd be little squad missions and stuff popping up. Yeah, squad tasks. This feature will be unlocked later in the game. So the multiplayer is not active yet because of where I am in the story. West Jampath Plain. Now, why is their level yellow? Is it because it's suggesting if I do well, I could potentially beat them? Like a warning? I know where this is. I remember this area. I wonder if this is where his next story quest is. Also, I love how there's the fish person over there with the big fin. I remember him starting on me a few times and wrecking me. Oh, and that's a piece of... not necessarily the life hold, but it's a piece of something. Yeah, I think that's the whimsical Geogil, isn't it? It is. Yeah, so if we talk to this guy, he'll probably tell us to start on that and recover the piece of debris. Hey up, Miles. Hey, a little help over here. Some indigene attacked us during our assignment. Got one of my men pretty good. Looks very whimsical, it does. Skelly's busted too. Damn thing won't move at all. Think maybe you could spare some supplies? Oh, Sadie sent you. Well, why didn't you say so instead of letting me flap my gums like an idiot? Here, give me the supplies. Need to get this Skell patch pronto. There you go. Thanks, pal. You're a lifesaver. I asked Sadie for help, but I wasn't exactly getting my hopes up, know what I mean? Oof. Poor Sadie. I'm impressed you made it out here in one piece. Say how easy the trip was for a blade. Shrug and tell Miles that you got lucky. Yeah, I'm not one to brag. I'll downplay it. Elmer liked that. That indigene turned up out of nowhere. How the heck did you beat the whimsical Duogil anyway? That thing was huge. What? You made it all the way here without running into it? Not even once? Yeesh. Either somebody's watching out for you or somebody's got it in for us. One or the other. Wait, that means that damn whimsical Duogil's still on the rampage somewhere. Talk about a piece of bad news. Not every blade's as lucky as you know. I've got to take that thing out before it kills someone. What do you say? Think that lucky Oz is good enough to beat a whimsical Duogil? Me, I want to sock the giant lug right in its ugly face. I would love to see that. I'm sure you know how frustrating it is to have your assignment put on hold. Yes, if only someone would take care of it. Do this for a fellow blade, secure the route and kick that ugly thing right in the teeth. I'll be here waiting for all the juicy details. I mean, I think if you punched it in the face there would be more juicy details and it would be rather amusing. Now the question is this shallow water or deep water? Answered that question. The other question is, can I fight in deep water in this one? The answer is no. So I need to lure this thing. Oh, that was a noise. I need to lure this thing to the shore, ideally.
Right, let's do this.
Can I shoot it from here? There we go. Now he's on his way, hopefully. Nope. everybody just walks into the water where they can't fight it. Oh nice, I just dived into the water as well with that attack. Yeah, I think Xenoblade Chronicles 3 they actually made it so that you can attack enemies in the water. Oh, I'm stunned. Not good. Ooh, that move actually takes TP for me to use. That is a cool move though. There we go. No more whimsical duo gill. Let's get this piece of wreckage while we're here. And we will speak to the guy. Oh yeah, you can't interact with these either, so you have to stand on it. There we go. Immediately collapses with me stood on it. Yeah, there's some little bits, like not being able to fight in water that you'd think maybe they'd improve that. That would be a genuine improvement, and they haven't. It's really interesting. I like it. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad it's on the Switch. Just little bits here and there, little niggles. Well, you beat that whimsical duo gill into next week yet. Hold on now, judging from the air of confidence and the smug grin on your face, I'd say that baby's 6 feet under. Well shoot, that's music to my ears. You cleared the path and made my day to boot. Pretty impressive stuff. I really gotta thank you. Well, while you were off fighting, I was working on this skill, almost got it all patched up. Looks like we'll be getting back to work without losing much time thanks to you. We'll bang these data probes in at the Frontier Nav probe sites and be back home in time for supper. Smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast. Hopefully the indigen data they churn out will make sure no one else gets another nasty surprise. Give Miles' plan the thumbs up, or ask where the probe sites are. I'll support him, I'm not going to steal his probe sites from him. Pathfinders are an elite group even by Blade standards. I know, I'm a Pathfinder. Which means average schlubs like me have got to work extra hard to keep up. And that means it's time for me to patch this skill up and get back to work. Some planet we picked to crash into, huh? I don't think we picked this planet though, that's kind of part of the problem. It's easy to forget how nuts this place is until you get your ass handed to you by some giant monster. I mean, for the foreseeable future, we're probably going to be fighting things that can easily crush skulls. True. I gotta remember to be a lot more careful, or I'm gonna wind up a lot more dead. A lot more dead. No more rookie mistakes for me from here on out. You be careful too, yeah? Let's the both of us live a long, long time. See where humanity goes, you know? Yeah, just see where it goes. Mission complete. There we go, so for the overall administrative district we've now completed 4% of it. Which just goes to show how much more quests and stuff there is to actually do. I don't think I got anywhere near to completing it. I think the main town was like 36% the furthest I got into the game. Oh look, poop. Prioritise the dung pile. Purple poop as well. Purple dung pile. Nice. Thanks for sliding around when I activated it. That's delightful. Lovely. Right, let's use the map and we should be able to fast travel back to town. Armory Alley. Achievement unlocked. Achievements on a Switch game? How are we looking on this? Weapons. So I am now using dual swords. So yeah, it gives you the very basic weapons, but I could actually go 2 ranks up. So iron blades are like that. Iron ralsers are like 2 katanas. Nice. So they have more power but less TP gain. Iron blades 2 look like weird things. 4,000. I've actually got quite a bit of money, so I might purchase and equip those. And then for his dual guns, we will purchase and equip those diddy little looking SMGs. And if we've got protective wear, we should be able to get a snorkel. Yes, exactly what we need. We need to get a snorkel. Or a diving mask. Survival headset, survival goggles, survival specs. Yeah, so that's what we've got equipped. So we can't equip anything better. Yeah, it's like, I think it's like every 10 levels on the like 10, 20, 30, 40 you can get better weapons. And then it's every 10 levels on the 5s, so 5, 15, 25 that you can get better armour. So it does kind of stagger your upgrade paths a bit. So I don't think I can actually get any better armour. What we might be able to do though is have a look at the arms manufacturer terminal. Yes, because this is where we can invest our stonks. Yes. Oh, in fact, materials can be required to upgrade panel traits can be set to tracking on the navigation panel. That is useful. And enemies get an icon above them. Nice. There is some really good tweaks and changes they've made. So we start off with Sakuraba Industries and Granada Galactic Group. And the more you use a manufacturer's equipment, the more free R&D points you will get. And then you can also invest the rest of the stuff. So now we've unlocked some new armour. And some new weapons. Knife 3 series. Sniper 2. Yeah, whereas Granada we don't have any of their gear equipped, so we're not actually earning points for them passively. But what you can do is the stuff that you mine, we can actually invest that in. I'm not going to do that yet because we don't have enough. Just keep hold of it for now. Develop new gear, weapons. I remember looking at this interface on the original game and getting confused. Okay, yeah, so this is like being able to craft weapons. So if you get all of them components and some of the ore, you can actually craft it. Like a level 20 sword. Cool. It's not showing us the skull frames though. Doesn't want us to see all the options yet. Right, well, my voice is knackered. So I think I'm going to call it quits there for now, have a bit of a break, and then decide whether I'll stream anymore or do something else. But thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the stream and enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. If you have enjoyed, please follow, and if you are catching up on YouTube and watching, please leave a like and feel free to comment. And thank you for sticking around, Sky. I will see you later on. Bye.